Hey guys, welcome to Fanfic Fanatics. So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Deku had wolf Quirk and had Harem movie. Before starting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in MHA fanfictions. This story is La Mama Conejo y el Niño Lobo by CapLycanroc24. We can see three heroes near a forest because they had received news of a missing 4 or 5-year-old child, Maruko. So they're saying they saw the boy here, walking through the forest with the other two heroes, Hawks. According to some people, he's a child with a wolf Quirk, shows them a picture of the child. Yukyu. Wow, there are very few people with a wolf Quirk. Maruko. Looking at the photo, well, I'll look in the east. Yukyu. I'm going west. Hawks. And I'll head north, preparing to fly. Maruko. Then let's go. After 2 hours of searching. Maruko. Walking, where could that kid be? Hears growls and sees some wolves approaching. Well, hello little wolves. Well, I don't like you and you don't like me either. Dodges one of the wolves that lunges at her. I really hate animal abuse, but I guess I don't have a choice. Jumps at one of the wolves to hit them. No, steps in front of the wolf that was about to hit Maruko, making it stop. Maruko. Damn, kid, I almost got you. Wait a minute, kid, what's your name? Izuku Midoriya, looking at her somewhat threateningly. Maruko. Izuku Midoriya looks at the photo. I finally found you, sees him looking at her threateningly. Calm down, kid, I won't hit those wolves, okay? Izuku. Okay, calm down. Maruko. Speaking through the communicator. Hey, I found it. She pulls out a flare gun and fires it upwards. Hawks and Yukyu see the flare and head towards it. After 10 minutes, Izuku. Looking at the heroes a little suspiciously. Yukyu. Then Izuku crouches down to his level. Where are your parents? Izuku. Shedding a few tears. Yukyu. God, wipes away his tears. So you're alone. Izuku. Well, they took care of me. Points to the wolves. Maruko. Them. Looking at the wolves. Well, at least it seems they took good care of him. Hawks. It must be because of his wolf Quirk that they won't attack him. Looks at Izuku. Well kid, we have to take you to the hospital to find out if you have no wounds. Izuku. No. The three. What? Izuku. If I leave, they'll attack the wolves. He stands in front of the wolves. Yukyu. We won't attack the wolves, Izuku. He approaches him. We promise. Izuku. With a threatening look. Maruko. Who are you threatening, brat? Approaches him. You're coming with us. Reaches out to grab him. Izuku. Get away. He lets out a sonic howl, pushing Maruko away. The three of them. Covering their ears. Izuku. Continuing his howl. Hawks. Covering his ears. Forgive me, child. He takes a gun and shoots him with a tranquilizer dart. Izuku. Falls asleep on the ground. Yukyu. You're crazy, he's a child. Looking at Hawks while picking up Izuku. Hawks. Relax, it was just a tranquilizer dart. Putting away the weapon. Maruko. Looking at Izuku. I must admit that was impressive. 2 days later. Izuku. In a hospital bed. Doctor. With the three heroes. Well, it seems he has no injuries and is well fed. Looking at Izuku's exams. He also seems to have another quirk. Maruko. Another quirk. And what is it, doctor? It seems to be made of fire. Looking at the tests. It seems it can throw and cover itself in fire. It can also throw lava and create magma rocks. Yukyu. Wow, that's impressive. Hawks. And what will happen to him? Doctor. Well, it seems we'll have to take him to an orphanage for the time being. Putting away the papers. Well, that's all. Excuse me. Leaves. Hawks. Well, I have to go. See you girls. I have to patrol tomorrow. Leaves. Yukyu. Goodbye. Hawks looks out the window at Izuku. He seems calmer, doesn't he, Rumi? Looking at her friend, Rumi. Maruko. Hey, would you call me crazy if I adopted him? Turns to look at Yukyu. Yukyu. Haha, wait, are you serious? Looking at her. You'll adopt him? Maruko. I know it sounds crazy, but for some reason I want to do it. Looking at Izuku. Yukyu. Well, you should talk to him first, right? Come on, tell him. Maruko. Goes towards Izuku. Hello brat, how are you feeling? sitting in a chair next to Izuku. Izuku. Well, looking at her, what will happen to me? Maruko. Well, there are two options. Looking at him, they take you to an orphanage. Izuku. Starts to shed tears. No, I don't want to go. Maruko. Or two, that I adopted you. Izuku. Surprised. Will you adopt me? Maruko. Well, I'm going to make mistakes, I can assure you of that, but I think it'll be better than the orphanage. Looking at him, so you want to be Izuku Usarigama. Izuku. Thinking about it, why yes, I want to, Mom. Smiling. Maruko. Feels like an arrow has struck her heart. Okay, I guess I'll need to get used to that. After 5 days, with Ryuko's help, Rumi was able to adopt Izuku. Rumi. Well, entering her house with Izuku in her arms. This is your new home, puts Izuku down. It's nice, isn't it? Izuku. Yes, it's nice. Looking at the house. Rumi. Okay, tomorrow we'll go with Ryuko to buy things for you, okay? Izuku. Okay. 5 months pass. Izuku. Enters Rumi's room. Mom. He approaches, she's still asleep. Good. He takes Rumi's phone and leaves the room. Let's see. He looks at the contacts and calls Ryuko. Ryuko. Answering, hi Rumi, what's up? Izuku. Hello Aunt Ryu, it's me, Izuku. Ryuko. Hi Izuku, what's wrong, honey? Izuku. I was wondering if you could help me with Mom's present. Ryuko. Oh right, it's Mother's Day. Okay, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Izuku. Okay. After 30 minutes, Ryuko arrives and helps Izuku with his gift for Rumi. Rumi. Waking up, and that smell. It smells like. Izuku puts on her robe and runs to the kitchen. Izuku, are you okay? Sees Ryuko cooking. Ryuko, what are you doing here? Ryuko. Well, Izuku asked me for help with his gift. Smiling and putting breakfast on the table. Rumi. A gift? For whom? Sitting down at the table, and where's Izuku? Ryuko. Well, for you. Rumi, bringing a large box closer. Go ahead and open it. Rumi. Okay. Starts opening the box, but you haven't told me where Izuku is. Izuku. Coming out of the box, surprising Rumi. Happy Mother's Day. Dressed as a bunny and holding a small gift. Rumi. Surprised. Izuku. What? Ryuko. Rumi. It's Mother's Day, showing her the date on her cell phone. Rumi. Looks at the date and then at Izuku. Why? You did this. Taking Izuku and sitting him on her lap. For me. Izuku. Of course, you're my mom. Smiling. Come on, open it, Mom, giving her the gift. Rumi. Opens the gift and a picture of her with the words, thank you for being my mom, on the side. Starts to cry. Ryuko. Rumi, are you crying? Rumi. No, yes, crying. Izuku. You don't like me. Looking at her a little sadly. Rumi. Hugs Izuku and kisses his cheek. I love my little wolf, kissing his cheek. Izuku. Hee, you tickle me, Mom. 7 years have passed since Rumi adopted Izuku. During that time, he became friends with Katsuki Bakugo at kindergarten. He learned to use his 2 quirks, and on certain days he visits his old wolf friends and the graves of his biological parents. Teacher. Okay, kids, here are some papers with some professions, but who are we kidding? Everyone wants to be a hero. Throws the papers down. Students. Activating their quirks and shouting, yes. Professor. Calm down. You know you shouldn't use your quirks in class. Looking at some papers. Oh right, Bakugo and Usajiyama. You want to go to UA, don't you? Bakugo. That's right, don't compare us to these extras. We're going to UA because we're better than them. Students. Hugging him. Girl. Are you going to UA? Usajiyama too. Izuku. Yes, that's right, although my mom says she wants to enroll me because of her recommendation. Girl too. Right, your mom is Maruko, the number 5 heroine. Izuku. If you want to let me in based on a recommendation, clenching his fist, but I'm going to take the entrance exam. I want to show everyone my skills. Smiling. The doorbell rings and everyone starts to leave. Bakugo. So you're going to take the exam, Izuku? Izuku. If that's the case, I want to show my skills to everyone. Bakugo. Even with 2 quirks you won't surpass me, ha ha ha. Izuku. Ha ha ha, we'll see about that, Kachan. Bakugo. Well, see you later. He goes home. Izuku. Walking, oh right, I need to get the things for dinner. Enters a tunnel and his ears perk up, ah. Jumps and dodges some kind of mud, what the? Mud villain. Not bad, kid. You seem to be a good vessel. Launches another attack, trying to catch Izuku. Izuku. Dodging, I guess I have no choice, uses his sonic howl stunning the villain. Villain. Ah, fear not, young man. Do you know why? Because I'm already here. Texas smash. Hits the villain, scattering him throughout the tunnel. Izuku. Standing up and looking at the person, All Might. Haha, are you alright, young man? Helps Izuku to his feet, let me take care of this. Takes a bottle and starts putting the villain inside. Izuku. Let me help him, starts helping I think that's all. Thank you very much, young man. Izuku. You're welcome. Oh, right, can I have your autograph? Shows his notebook. Ha ha ha, of course, young man, takes the notebook, what's your name? Izuku. Izuku Usajiyama Emocionado. A.Ma. Writing, here you go. Young Izuku giving him the notebook, well, I have to take this guy to jail. Izuku. Thanks, putting away his notebook, oh right, be careful, your pocket has a hole, points to the hole. Oh, thank you, I hadn't seen it. Puts the bottle in his other pocket, well, I have to go. Leaps off. Izuku. Great, oh right, I have to buy things for dinner. Leaves. After a while, Izuku arrives home, but unfortunately for him, his mother is waiting at the door. Rumi. Well, why did you take so long, brat? Angry. Izuku. Well, a villain attacked me and. Rumi. What, takes it and checks it, you don't seem hurt, calming down a little. Izuku. Calm down, Mom, All Might arrived and saved me, trying to calm her down, he also gave me his autograph. Rumi. Sighs in relief, thank goodness, hits Izuku, that's what you get for worrying me, brat, grabs things and goes to the kitchen. Izuku. Hee, rubbing the bump. The mud villain's accident doesn't happen for obvious reasons. 10 months pass. Izuku. Nervously, okay, I think I have everything for you. Checking his backpack. Rumi. And your tie? Izuku. Desperately searches for his tie but starts to hear his mother's laughter, Mom. Rumi. Points to her neck, on your neck, idiot, ha ha ha. Izuku. Sees his tie around his neck, ha ha, sees his mother. Rumi. Calm down, it'll be fine. She combs Izuku's hair a little. Okay, now show me who you are. Izuku. Yes. Leaves the house and runs to UA. See you later. Shouts to his mother as he leaves. Rumi. They grow up so fast, smiling. Izuku arrives at UA and takes the written exam, then heads to the ceremony hall. Izuku. Sits next to Bakugo. Hello everyone, give me a yeah. Izuku. Yeaahh. Everyone. Turns to look at Izuku. Bakugo. Holding back laughter. That boy understands me. Anyway, I've come to explain the practical exam, points to the screen, you will have to destroy robots of 1, 2 and 3 points in addition to, is interrupted. Excuse me, but the pamphlet here says there are 4 robots. If that's a mistake, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And you, points at Izuku, if you're not going to take this seriously, you'd better leave. Izuku. Stands up, first of all, I am taking this seriously. Is there anything wrong with having fun before a big test? Everyone looks at him, it's true that we have to be serious for this exam, but that doesn't mean we have to take it that seriously. And second, I'm sure PM was going to explain about the 4th robot before you interrupted him, right, PM? PM. That's right, the 4th robot is a distraction, so you'd better avoid it. Well then, you have 30 minutes to prepare. After 30 minutes, everyone goes to a room to begin the test. Izuku. Luckily, Mom's company made these clothes to withstand high temperatures. Stretching. Bakugo. Lucky you, because if you didn't have it you'd be naked in front of everyone after using your flame quirk. Stretching. Izuku. Haha, true. PM. Alright everyone, ready now. The doors open to reveal a city. Izuku and Bakugo run away, leaving everyone behind and surprised. And are they waiting for an invitation? If they stay there, those guys will take all the points. They all run away and start destroying robots. Meanwhile, in another room, Nezu, it seems there are some young people with great quirks this year looking at the screens. Any that pique your curiosity? Vlad King, the explosion guy isn't bad. Midnight, neither does the wolf boy looking at Izuku on the screens look cute with those ears, he. Nezu, well, I think it's time to see what you do about a large threat. Presses a button, returning to our protagonist. Izuku, I think I have enough points now, feels a tremor, but what? Girl, run, it's 0 points. Wow, it's huge. Izuku looks at the robot, wow, well, I'd better go. Aid, Izuku sees a blonde girl with glasses trapped in rubble, oh no. Runs without hesitation towards her, are you okay? Starts removing the rubble, yes, I think so. Izuku sees that the foot of the 0 points is about to crush them, forgive me for this, grabs the girl and throws her away while he is crushed by the 0 points. Boy, God killed him. Midnight, director, turn off the 0 points. Nezu was going to press a button to turn off the 0 points but then sees on the screen that the robot lifts its foot and the boy's body is gone, what? And its body sees a hole in the robot's foot, could it be? The 0 points starts to short circuit and lava starts to come out of some parts of the robot. Vlad the Impaler, what's happening? All the teachers were surprised to see the green-haired boy emerge from the robot's head. Izuku, God, I felt like I was dying. Looks at the height and sees the robot starting to fall backwards, maybe now I really will die, runs towards the robot's head and then jumps, ah. Midnight, he's crazy, he's going to die from the fall. Izuku thinks quickly, I hope this works. His body begins to be covered in flames. Girl, what are you doing? Izuku, it works, it works. Before hitting the ground, he starts flying, propelled by his flames, yes. Something like the Human Torch. 3. Teachers. It's flying. Izuku, when he sees that he is a good height above the ground, he extinguishes his flames and falls rolling, ha 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 ha, yes. I'm alive. He gets up suddenly but feels great pain, falls to the ground, okay, I guess being crushed did hurt, ouch. P.M. arrives with recovery girl towards Izuku and the girl who was in the rubble. R.G. Dude, how are you feeling? Izuku, well, I think so, he raises his head slightly, wait, what about the girl? P.M. Don't worry, she's being taken care of. It seems she only twisted her ankle. R.G. We'll check it later, approaches Izuku, don't move, Shu starts healing Izuku with her kisses. Izuku gets up feeling a little dizzy, thanks, although I'm dizzy now. R.G. It's a side effect of my quirk, don't worry, you should go and rest. He goes to check on the other injured people. Bakugo arrives with Izuku, now you can fly, you bastard. Helps him up, are you crazy? Izuku, I saw it in a movie, I didn't think it would work, ha ha ha, ouch, still feeling a little pain. A week later, Bakugo and Izuku were playing video games at Bakugo's house. Mitsuki entering the house, so, how did it go, guys? Izuku, hello Aunt Mitsuki, and it seems the results haven't arrived yet. Bakugo, if that looks old, seize the opportunity and win the game, ha. Take that, nerd. Izuku, that's not fair. I wasn't looking. Mitsuki hears a knock at the door and goes to open it. Postman. Letter for Katsuki. Bakugo gives the letter to Mitsuki. Mitsuki, oh thank you. Postman, have a good day, leaves. Mitsuki was going to close the door but sees Rumi arriving at high speed, oh, hi Rumi. Rumi tired, hi Mitsuki, is Izuku here? Mitsuki, if he's here, come in, steps aside to let him pass. Izuku, hi mom, what's up? Rumi, this is for you, throws him a letter and sits down. Mitsuki, oh, yes, a letter arrived too, Katsuki. He gives the letter to his son. Izuku, okay, who goes first? Bakugo, I'm a nerd, opens the letter and takes out a device and this. Puts it on the table and presses a button. A hologram begins to appear. Nezu. Am I a bear? Am I a dog? I'm not the principal. Young Bakugo, you have been accepted into our academy. Your average score on the written exam was 75 points, and on the practical exam you scored 80 points, for a total of 155 points. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you at UA on Monday. The device turns off. Bakugo. Yes, I did it, smiling. Your turn, nerd. Izuku. Okay. Here I go, presses the button on the device and a hologram appears. Midnight. Young Usajiyama, congratulations, you have been accepted into our academy. His average score on the written exam was 70 points, and on the practical exam it was 60 points. Izuku. I didn't do too badly. Midnight. But wait, during the practical exam there will be a surprise test and this gives you rescue points. A video of Izuku rescuing the girl and destroying the robot appears, only you perceived this evidence. In this test, a jury of 6 people decided to award you 10 points each, for a total of 60 rescue points. Your final score is 190 points, placing you in first place and is the representative of the first-year students. Classes start on Monday. We're waiting for you, young Usajiyama. This is your hero academy. Goodbye, little wolf. Blows a kiss and the hologram ends. Izuku. Shock. Bakugo. I think he's dead, shakes Izuku. Hey nerd, wake up. Rumi Y Mitsuki. Lobito. Izuku. Reacts L. I made it. Rumi. Congratulations, hits Izuku. How could you do such a stupid thing? You could have died. Izuku. Rubbing the bruise. Well, I think I moved on instinct, hehe. Izuku. Rumi. Looking at him, takes out a newspaper and rolls it up. Wake up, starts hitting him with the newspaper. Izuku. Waking up. I'm awake now. Rumi. It's 7:30, you're going to be late. Heading towards the kitchen. Izuku. 7:30. Starts changing and checking his backpack. After some time, our protagonist arrives at UA and heads to his classroom. Izuku. Phew, at least I'm on time, entering the classroom. Put your feet down this instant. Bakugo. Oh, and who are you? I am Tenya Iida from Sumei Academy. Bakugo. An elite. It'll be fun to crush you. Iida. Crush me. You want to be a hero with that attitude. Looks at Izuku and walks towards him. Nice to meet you, I'm Izuku. Tenya Iida. I know, smiling. I heard you arguing, hehe. I'm Izuku Usajiyama. Iida. Usajiyama. Isn't that the surname of the heroine Maruko? Izuku. That's right, she's my mother. Everyone. Bakugo. What? Izuku. Oh, you're the one who saved me. Behind Izuku. Izuku. Turning around. Oh, you're the girl from the test. Smiling. Nice to meet you, I'm Izuku Usajiyama. Nice to meet you, I'm Melissa Shield. Hey, if you came here to make friends, you can do that later. On the ground inside a sleeping bag, I'm Shota Aizawa, and I'll be your teacher for the next 3 years. Opens his sleeping bag and takes out physical education uniforms. I know it's sudden, but put these on and go to the field. After a while everyone changes and heads towards the field. Aizawa. Alright, let's see, you points at Izuku. We're first in the exams, so you'll start first. Throws a ball at him. What was your throwing record? Izuku. 55 meters. Aizawa. Okay, stand in the circle and throw the ball with your quirk. Izuku. Okay, steps into the circle and turns to the others. I think it's best if you cover your ears. Turns away. Bakugo covers his ears and some people stare at him. Bakugo. You'd better listen to him. Mina. Why? Izuku. Throws the ball and uses his sonic howl to launch it far. Ow. Everyone covers their ears upon hearing his howl. Izuku stops using his howl. And how much was it? Turns towards Aizawa. Aizawa. 1703.5 meters, shows the result to the others. Everyone. Wow, Mina. This will be fun. Aizawa. Fun, huh? Then let's have some fun. Smiling. The last one in the tests will be expelled. Everyone. What? And so the tests began. After a while, everyone saw the results, and Aizawa said that the expulsion thing was a joke. He only told them so they would give it their all. Then classes continue as normal, and then comes the break. Izuku. Let's see, looks at a table and goes to sit down. I'm hungry. Sits down. Iida. Hello Usajiyama, may I sit down? Uraraka. Suyu and Melissa. And us too. Izuku. Oh yes, of course, sit down. Smiling. Everyone sits down and starts eating. Uraraka. So Usajiyama, your quirk is that of a wolf. Curious. Izuki. That's right, smiling. And what are your quirks? Uraraka. Mine is zero gravity. I can remove gravity from an object or person. Touch me. Iida. I have motors in my legs that allow me to run faster. Melissa. Mine is a strength-enhancing one, smiling. Izuku. Wow, these are amazing quirks. He feels someone touch his tail. Aw. What the? He turns around and sees Mina and Hagachur hugging his tail. Mina. Sorry Usajiyama, we couldn't resist touching your tail. Releasing Izuku's tail. Hagakuri. Yes, sorry letting it go, it seemed so soft and we couldn't resist touching it, hehe. Izuku. No problem, girls, smiling, and you can call me Izuku if you want. Mina. So Izuku, can we touch your ears? Approaching Izuku. Izuku. Yeah, sure, no problem. Mina and Hagakuri start touching Izuku's ears, making him wag his tail and make a UWU face. Melissa, Uraraka, and Suyu couldn't resist and also began to stroke Izuku's ears and tail. Bakugo. You look like a dog, sitting down and looking at Izuku. Izuku. You can't blame me, it feels good when they pet my ears, wagging his tail. I guess it's because of my quirk. Bakugo. Smiling with a mocking smile, so I wonder if you also act like a dog. Catch. Takes a piece of meat and throws it. Izuku. Runs towards the piece and jumps, catching the meat in his mouth. Bakugo. Ha ha ha, girls. How cute. Izuku. Ha ha, very funny, Kachan. Returns to the table, at least you could have thrown my meat and not yours. Starts eating, so technically, I come out on top. Kachan. Damn, I forgot it was my meat. 5 weeks later. Midnight. Alright guys, while I check your work you can talk amongst yourselves. Starts checking the work. Kirishima. Hey Izu bro, is it true you can transform into a werewolf? Izuku. That's true, although only on a full moon, although I avoid doing it since the transformation hurts. Melissa. And is it true that they lose control when they transform? Izuku. Only the first time you transform, although over time you learn to control it. Uraraka. Now that you mention it, there will be a full moon tonight. Izuku. Now that you mention it, it's true, I'll have to close my windows to avoid seeing the moon. Mina. And can't you show us your transformation? I'm curious to know what a werewolf looks like. Hagakuri. If I want to see it too. Izuku. Well, I don't really know if the transformation hurts. Hagakuri and Mina. Please joining their hands. Iida. Hey, they shouldn't force it. Mina. True, but aren't you curious to know what Iida looks like? Iida. Well, I admit it does looking at them, but if the transformation hurts him, we shouldn't force him to do it. Izuku. Well, I don't mind if you want to see, smiling. Why don't you stay over at my house tonight? It's Saturday tomorrow anyway, so I think that's fine. Mina and Hagakuri. We will go. Iida. Well, I'll go too. Almost all of us. We'll go too. Izuku. Okay, I'll tell my mom. Smiling. You should tell your parents too. Almost everyone. Yes. After class everyone goes home and then at night most of the class goes to Izuku's house. Rumi. Opening the door. Oh, Izuku's classmates must be. Everyone. Good evening, Miss Maruko. Rumi. Come in, everyone. Excuse me, enter the house. Izuku. Coming down the stairs. Hi guys. Mina. So when does the transformation begin? Sitting down on the sofas just like everyone else. Izuku. Well, it's when I see the moon, sitting down. I can do it now, or if you want, we can watch movies first. Momo. I hope it's not too much trouble, but I've invited some people from Class B. Izuku. Sees some of the students from Class B, it's no trouble, smiling. Melissa. Okay, let's watch some movies. First, I brought popcorn. Pulls out bags of popcorn. Suyu. I brought some soft drinks. Kurashimi Kaminari. We brought pizzas. Sato. I brought some cakes. The rest. More soft drinks and some snacks. Izuku. Okay then, follow me. He goes to a room and opens the door. Uraraka. Enters the room, it's a movie theater. Everyone. Enters, wow. Izuku. Mom likes watching movies, so she asked to set up a mini movie theater at home. Sits down in a seat, okay, which one do you want to watch? Girls, boys. One romance, one action. Ryoko. Hello Izuku, next to him. Izuku. Jumps out of his seat and turns on the light, Aunt Ryu, how long have you been there? Ryoko. About an hour ago I was watching a movie with Rumi before they arrived. Izuku. I see, calming down. Ryoko. Nice to meet you guys, looks at Izuku's classmates. Melissa. The Yukyu heroine is incredible. Ryoko. Hee, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Standing up, well, I'll let you watch your movies. Rumi. Hey Ryu, hurry up. Behind everyone, startling them with the shout, Izuku, we're going out for a drink for a while. Looks at everyone, and you'd better not put on a porn movie. Cracks her knuckles or you'll all be in trouble. Everyone. Yes ma'am. Scared. Ryoko. Okay, calm down, Rumi. Looks at the boys, well, how about you watch this? Takes a tape, it'll be released in theaters tomorrow. Gives the tape to Izuku. Izuku. Takes the tape, Avengers, Endgame. How did you get it? Ryoko. Well, I know you're a big Marvel fan, so I made some calls and managed to get it before it came out in theaters. Izuku. Thank you, Aunt Ryu hugs her. Ryoko. Well, I didn't do it alone. She sees Rumi looking a little jealous. Didn't you, Rumi? Izuku. Hugs Rumi, thank you, Mom. Rumi. Smiles, you're welcome. Well, we'll leave you now. Don't sleep in, okay? Everyone. Yes ma'am. Ryoko. See you later, leaves with Rumi. Hiroshima. Amazing, we'll see Avengers, Endgame. Excited. Izuku. Well, get comfortable because it lasts 3 hours, the movie is about to start. Everyone. Sits down, very excited, let's go. After watching the movie for 3 hours. Iron Man. And I am. Iron Man snaps his fingers. Everyone. Tony. Crying. 20 minutes later. Everyone. Wiping away tears. Bakugo. It was incredible, wiping away tears. Uraraka. Tony saved the world, crying. Suyu. Crying, it was very nice. Kiro. Mina and Hagakure. Tony. Crying and hugging. Hiroshima and Tetsu. He died in the most macho way possible, wiping away his tears. Izuku. Right, wipes away tears, well, before we see my transformation, how about we have something to eat? Everyone. Wiping away tears, yes. I hope you liked it. 3. After dinner. Izuku and his friends head to the backyard of his house to watch Izuku's transformation. Uraraka. Hey Izuku, what's with those clothes? She looked at Izuku because he was wearing somewhat strange clothes. Izuku. Oh, this. It's special clothing. He walks to the center of the garden and looks down. You see, when I transform, I get taller and a little more muscular. Iida. If you grow any taller, then your clothes will tear, right? Bakugo. It's true that when you transformed the first time you were as tall as my mother, curious. How tall will you be now? Izuku. That's right, and these clothes I'm wearing now stretch a lot, so after sunrise I won't be left without clothes. Sighs, alright, here I go, looks up and sees the moon. Izuku's pupils shrink and then widen, his eyes turn yellow and he begins to grow. Izuku. Kneels down. Hair begins to grow all over his body and turns almost black, his fingernails grow, and his mouth also grows, becoming like a wolf's, his feet also grow and become like wolf paws. Izuku. Breathing heavily, okay, standing up, and how's it going? Everyone was impressed. Kaminari. Te ves chido. Mina. Incredible. Pony. Amazing. Climbs onto Izuku's back, you're so tall. Mina. Carry me too, approaches Izuku. Izuku. Okay, takes Mina and puts her on his shoulders. Mina. You're truly incredible, Izuku. Iida. I think he's almost 3 meters tall, looking at Izuku. Jiro. Takes a picture of Izuku, wait until everyone sees this, it's amazing. Izuku. Putting Pony and Mina down. Well, do you want to sleep inside or here in the garden? Sits down. We have some tents. Mina and Hagakure. Outside. Momo. I have no problem sleeping outside. Izuku. Okay, so outside then. Everyone. Yes. After a few minutes of setting up the tents. Izuku. And that's it. Enters his tent. I think I got the biggest one. Peeks his head out. So who will share it with me? Pony. Me. Enters the store. Yui. If it's not too much trouble, I'll be there too. Entering the shop. Abara. Excuse me. Enters the store. Mina. Wow, Izuku, you'll be sleeping with 3 girls. She gives a mischievous smile. Don't make too much noise at night. Izuku. Oh, of course not. I would never do that to them. Blushing. Rumi. From her room. Go to sleep or I'll beat you to sleep, you brat. Everyone went into their stores. Some fell asleep, while others were still awake telling scary stories or talking amongst themselves. Izuku. Lying down like a dog. Well, good night. Yui. Abara and Pony. They lie down on Izuku. Good night. Izuku. Blushing. Pony. You're very gentle, Izuku. Yui. With a small smile and very comfortable. Abara. Would you mind if we lay down on you? Izuku. Blushing. It's not good. Besides, if I lie down normally I think we'd be cramped. Yawns and starts to fall asleep. Good night. Falls asleep. 3 o'clock. Good night. They fall asleep. And so everyone had a good night. 3. Or at least until morning. Rumi. Standing in the center of the tents. Well, let's see. Turns on a megaphone and brings it to his mouth. Wake up. Speaking through the megaphone. Everyone wakes up suddenly. Some accidentally bumped into each other and also activated their quirks out of fright. Everyone. Leaving the stores. Rumi. Breakfast is ready, so go on. Smiling and holding back laughter. Abara. Taking Izuku out of the tent since she had entangled him with her quirk when she stood up startled. Sorry. Izuku. Starts removing the vines. Izuku. In his human form. Don't worry. Yui. Exits the shop. Miss Maruko. Rumi. Yes. Yui. Do you have any clothes I can lend Pony? I accidentally shrunk Pony's clothes when she woke us up. Trying not to laugh. Pony. Inside the store. I can't see you, Yui, but I know you're trying not to laugh. Yui. You. Rumi. Well, I think mine will be too big for her. Momo. I'll make some clothes for her. Enters with a pony. Bakugo. Coming out with his hair standing on end. Izuku. What happened to you, Kachan? Bakugo. Pikachu activated his quirk when he woke up upon hearing your mom, electrocuting spiky hair and me. Hiroshima. Leaving the store also, Bakugo caused an explosion when he suddenly woke up, his face covered in ash. Kaminari. That's right, just like Hiroshima. Uraraka. Leaving the store, dizzy from activating her quirk. Where's the bathroom? About to vomit. Rumi. In the background on the right. Uraraka. Thank you. Runs to the bathroom. Everyone cleaned up and went to have breakfast. When they finished, they helped wash the dishes and put away the tents. After that, they watched a movie, and then everyone said goodbye to go home. Izuku. Well, I'm going to take a bath. Leaves. Rumi. Okay, goes out into the garden. Okay, hits the tree and midnight falls from it. Midnight. Hi Rumi, smiling nervously. Rumi. Nimari, why were you in the tree and how long have you been there? Nimari. Well, I overheard Izuku telling his classmates about his werewolf transformation and, well, I was curious to see what it would look like, so I came and hid in the tree to watch his transformation. Rumi. Let me guess, looking at her, you saw Twilight and fell in love with the werewolf and wanted to see what one would look like. Nimari. And, Rumi. You're beyond help. Nimari. You. Rumi. Well, what do you want? Nimari. Well, here's Izuku's notebook. Takes out the notebook, he forgot it at UA. Gives it to Rumi. Now I'm really going. Goodbye. Leaves. Rumi. Suspicious. Checks the notebook and finds a picture of Nimari looking sexy. She's crazy. Takes the picture and throws it away. Izuku. In his room doing homework. Time passes and the League of Villains attack USJ. Luckily, there weren't too many injuries, and the students were given a few days to relax. Aizawa. entering the classroom completely bandaged. Good morning. Iida. Sensei, shouldn't you be resting? Aizawa. Don't worry, the old lady healed me as much as she could. Sitting down anyway, I have an announcement. Dramatic pause. The sports festival is coming. Everyone. It's a normal event. Aizawa. You have the rest of the day free and 3 more days to train or rest. Looking at them, but remember that this event is one more step towards becoming a hero, since after the event you will have to do an internship with a hero. Standing up. With that said, you can go now. Leaves. Izuku. I should ask mom to train me. Packing his things. Bakugo. Can I train with you? Izuku. Yeah, of course. Melissa. Can I too? Izuku. Are you sure? My mother's training isn't easy at all. He feels a chill. Suyu. If it's Maruko, then her training must be very difficult. Kiro. Kirishima. Oh come on, they can't be that hard. Uraraka. I want to train with you too. Smiling. Izuku. Well, if you think they're not difficult, then come on. They all head to Izuku's house where Rumi awaits them with a hellish training session. Rumi. Wearing a trainer's outfit. Come on, brats, can't you do 100 push-ups? Looking at them. Kirishima. Doing push-ups, it's harder with these wrist and ankle supports. Melissa. Tired but still doing the exercises. Is it true how much they weigh? Rumi. Each one weighs 10 kilograms. Suyu. So we're doing push-ups with 40 kilograms on top of us. Kiro. Uraraka. Tired, and why are Izuku and Bakugo doing different exercises? Izuku and Bakugo were doing handstand push-ups. Rumi. I trained them a long time ago, so they're doing different exercises than you. Looking at Izuku and Bakugo. Besides, they can already handle 40 kilograms. Their wrist and ankle weights weigh 25 kilograms each. Everyone was in shock. Uraraka. So there. Kirishima. Loading. Melissa. 100. Suyu. Kilogramos. We see Rumi training Izuku and his friends. Izuku. Then why am I here? He was on the roof of the house. Rumi. What do you mean, why? Are you going to try to fly? She said, putting 2 mattresses on the floor. Izuku. But I only did it once, and I don't even know how. Rumi. That's why we're going to train your flying. Looking at Izuku properly whenever you want. Izuku swallows. Okay, here I go. Jumps off the roof and activates his flames to try to fly. Let's go, let's go. Tries but can't, falling onto the mattresses. Ouch. Rumi. Extinguishes Izuku with a fire extinguisher. Keep trying. And so they continued their training. Melissa hit Kirishima to help strengthen his hardening. Bakugo wet his hands and made explosions upwards. Uraraka was rubbing herself while tied with a rope to try and prevent her from getting dizzy too easily. Suyu was training her frog skills. And Izuku covered his body with his fire for over an hour, which was the time needed to prevent himself from burning, and he also jumped off the roof to try to fly. And so they continued for 2 days. Rumi gave them the last day so they could rest enough for the festival. Kirishima. Okay, you were right, your mom's training sessions are really tough. Healing his wounds. Izuku. Shirtless. I told you so. Ah. Be careful, Suyu, it really burns. Suyu. Splashing Izuku on his burns. Sorry, Kiro. Bakugo. Putting bandages on their hands. You guys are lucky. He gave you the same training he gave Izuku and me when we were kids. Uraraka. Putting bandages on her arms. She also taught us different types of fighting. Melissa. Same as Uraraka. The bad thing was that she made us fight against her. Suyu. True. Kiro, with some bruises on her body. After their day of rest comes the sports festival. All classes were located in the stadium. Mike. Welcome everyone to the UA Sports Festival. Today I'm your announcer. The crowd was screaming with excitement. Mike. And next to me is Eraserhead looking at Eraser. Anything to say, Aizawa? Why am I here? Mike. Because you were the only one available anyway. Today we have the +18 heroine Midnight as our referee. Midnight. Taking the microphone. Before we begin, I'd like the student who got the highest score on the entrance exam to come and say a few words. Turns to the students. Izuku Usajiyama, please come up here. Izuku. Swallows and steps onto the platform, approaching the microphone. Well, nervously. Midnight. Calm down, darling. Izuku. Calming down. Thank you all for coming here today. It's an honor to be in this stadium today. As a member of this academy, I wish all the UA students the best of luck, and I hope you all do your best in every event. Bows. Everyone in the stadium applauded. Izuku. Getting off the platform and returning to his classmates, I got so nervous. Suyu. You did well, Izuku. Kiro. Iida. By the way, Usajiyama, why aren't you wearing your uniform? Izuku. Oh, I asked permission to wear these clothes since they're fire resistant. Smiling. I don't want to be left naked in front of people. Midnight. Well, the first event will be, a kind of roulette wheel appeared on the screen. It will be, the roulette wheel stops obstacle course. All students get ready. They all headed towards the starting line of the race. Izuku. Stretching. Todoroki. Usajiyama. Izuku looking at Todoroki. Yes. Todoroki. Looking at things, you're one of the strongest in our class. But that doesn't mean I'll make it easy for you. Rest assured, I'm going to defeat you. Leaves. Kirishima. Wow, that's quite a declaration of war. Izuku. I guess I should give it my all too. Mike. Are you ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. Before everyone started running, the ground froze. Todoroki. Sorry, but I want to finish quickly. Running. Izuku. Uses his fire to free himself and starts running. Bakugo. Damn, half and half. He breaks free and starts running. All the students started running. Izuku. Stops a robotic fist. What? Sees several robots. I guess it wasn't going to be easy. Coats his hands with volcanic rock and starts destroying robots. I think this will do the trick. Takes a large piece of metal from the robot. Mike. You should be careful because here come the 0 points. Everyone saw 3 giant robots. Todoroki. What a nuisance. Attacks a 0-pointer with a powerful ice attack. Meanwhile, in the stands. Yukio. It seems Izuku is doing alright. Looking at Izuku on the screen. Maruko. Of course he's doing well, he was trained by me. Smiling proudly. Mike. It seems some students have already reached the second test. Be careful not to fall. Izuku. Arrives at the great precipice. How did they do this so fast? Bakugo. Move aside, nerd. Uses his explosions to cross. Todoroki. Using his ice to slide down the rope. Izuku. Okay, here I go. Jumps across the rock pillars. Todoroki. Arrives at the final test, a minefield. Starts walking through the minefield. Mike. It seems some students have already reached the final test. Icos. I want to go to sleep. Bakugo. Move aside, half and half. He started fighting with Todoroki. Izuku. Sees several students already taking the final test. I won't make it in time. Then an idea occurs to him. Well, we have to try. With the piece of the robot, he began to gather several mines. Juro. Turns to look at Izuku. What are you doing? Izuku. Finishes gathering several mines. Okay, I hope this works. Covering himself with the piece of the robot, he jumps into the mines, creating a large explosion and being launched out of the water. Mike. Seeing as Izuku shoots past Todoroki and Bakugo, student Usajiyama takes the lead. Balugo. Damn nerd. Smiling. I won't be left behind. Uses his explosions to cross the field. Todoroki. Creates an ice path to cross. Izuku. Damn, I didn't think about the fall. Thinks quickly. It's all or nothing. Before Bakugo and Todoroki could pass him, Izuku covered himself with his fire and flew towards the finish line. Yes. Flying towards the finish line. Mike. What's going on, Dr. Eraser? Student Usajiyama is flying. Looking at Izuku, that kid is literally on fire. It's incredible. Maruko. Jumping out of her seat. Yes, that's my son. Yukio. Incredible. Looking at Izuku. Izuku. Yes, Kasi. Mike. And the first to arrive is Izuku Usajiyama. Izuku. Landed and extinguished his flames. Yes. Mike. In second place we have Katsuki Bakugo and in third place Shoto Todoroki. Several students began to arrive. Midnight. Well, we now have the 42 participants who will continue competing. But don't worry, There are still activities for everyone else. And the next event will be, according to the roulette wheel, a cavalry battle. Here's how it will work. Those with the most points will be led by their team of 4, and they must prevent their rider's band from being taken, or they will lose points. Points will be distributed from last place with 5 points to first place with 10 million points. Everyone saw Izuku as threatening. Izuku swallows, "Oh, Mom." These will be short stories from Izuku's childhood. NWN. Rumi sitting on the floor with a blanket over her, and why are we doing this? Ryuko. Same as Rumi, because Izuku wanted to play with us and you know we can't say no to him when he gives us those puppy dog eyes. Rumi. Right, size good. Both. Help. Izuku. Entering the room dressed as All Might, I'm here. Story 2. Izuku. Aunt Ryu, Mom, hurry. Pulling Rumi's hand. Rumi. It's quiet. Ryuko. And where are we going? Izuku. Let's go buy a figure, smiling. Ryuko. Wait, Rumi, did you bring money? Rumi. In fact, Izuku saved his allowance to buy the figure. Entering the store. Izuku ran to get the figure. Rumi and Ryuko waited for him at the box. After a few minutes, Izuku returned with the 2 women carrying 2 figures. Ryuko. And whose figures are those, Izuku? Izuku. From you and Mom, Aunt Ryu. Rumi and Ryuko felt a date in their hearts. Rumi. I thought you'd buy one of All Might and Izuku. Putting the figures in the box. Izuku. Yes, but I admire you all very much too, smiling and wagging his tail. Ryuko and Rumi. How cute. Story 3. Rumi was in Izuku's classroom because the parents had been told they could spend the day with the children. Teacher. Very good, now show your drawings to your parents. They all went to show their drawings. Izuku. Look, Mom. He shows his drawing, which was of Maruko defeating a villain. Rumi. Wow, it's really good, Izuku. She crouches down and pets him. You really draw very well. Taking the drawing. Izuku. Hee, wagging his tail. After a few hours the children were making figures out of porcelain. Of course, with teacher supervision. Katsuki. And what are you doing, Izuku? Looking at the figure Izuku made. Izuku. To Mom and Done finishes his figure, which was of Maruko but in chibi version. Girl. It's very pretty, Izuku, looking at the figure. Teacher. Okay children, those who have finished can show their figures. After a few minutes, all the children showed their figures, and then it was Izuku's turn. Izuku. Well, I made my mom, shows his figure. Parents. Looking at the figure, ah. Rumi. Trying not to cry with happiness. Oh my baby. Story 4. Rumi. Talking to Hawks, ah. Fine, I'll go out with you, Hawks, but only so you'll finally leave me alone. Goes to the kitchen. Izuku. Approaches Hawks. Hawks. Oh, hi Izuku, noticing him standing in front of him. Izuku. If you do anything bad to Mom, I'll tell my wolf friends to eat you. Giving a threatening look. Hawks. Even though he's not his biological son, he has Rumi's character T. Calm down, I won't do anything bad to him, scared. Rumi. Arrives with them, what's going on? Izuku. Changes his personality, nothing, Mom. Well, I'm going to Kachan's house to do my homework. Grabs his backpack. Rumi. Okay, be careful. I'll tell Ryu to pick you up, okay. Izuku. Yes, it's going. Rumi. Sees Hawks trembling, what's wrong with you? Hawks. Nothing, trembling. Rumi. Okay, I'm going to skip the cavalry battle since it will be the same as in the anime, except Izuku finished in second place. P. Mike. Very well, before starting the fights you have 50 minutes to rest. Todoroki. You Sajiyama, can I talk to you? Izuku. Okay, he said, leaving with Todoroki. When they reached a more private place there was an awkward silence. Izuku. Todoroki, why aren't you using your fire? Todoriko. I refuse to use my old man's power. Looks at Izuku, you're aware of forced marriages, right? Izuku. Yes. Todoroki. My father did something similar by buying my mother's family. He always wanted to be the #1 hero, but when he realized he couldn't surpass All Might, he sought to do it another way, through his children. Izuku. So that's where you come in. Todoroki. For as long as I can remember, my father put me through hellish training and isolated me and my siblings. I can barely recall a time when my mother wasn't crying. Her hatred for my father was so intense that she broke down and threw boiling water in my eye. Izuku. But that's your power, not your father's. Endeavor is endeavor, and you are you. Todoroki. It's not that simple, Usajiyama. Izuku. It's Todoroki. I'll prove it to you, and I'll make you use your fire. Leaves. After their break, the fighting began. Mike. And we're back after a long break. The audience was cheering. In the first match we have the werewolf, Izuku Usajiyama, and his opponent. Wow, how did he get so far from Class B, Hitoshi Shinso? They were both going up onto the platform. Izuku, from what Ojiro told me, his quirk is brainwashing. If I don't answer him then I'll be fine. Mike. And begin. Shinso. That guy with the tail was an idiot. To think he could be a hero and then throw away an opportunity like this, he's the biggest idiot I've ever seen. Izuku. Angrily he started to approach Shinso. Don't call him that. He froze. Shinso. I won. Okay. Turn around and leave the ring. Izuku. Turned around and started walking out of the ring. Mike. What's going on? Young Usajiyama is walking outside the ring. Maruko. Izuku, what are you doing? Looking worried. Izuku's thoughts. What am I doing? Stop. Stop. Maruko. Aw damn, it jumps towards the stands and approaches the edge of the stands. Izuku react, you can't lose like this. Mike. It seems that the heroine Maruko is supporting her son. Maruko. There has to be a way to make him react. Wait, she remembered that when Izuku hears the howls of his wolf friends, he howls too. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Izuku react she started howling. Mike. It seems that the heroine Maruko is howling. Maruko, you have to react. Izuku continued howling. Bakugo. Stands up from his seat. You can do it, nerd, snap out of it. Starts howling. Pony. Yes you can. Izuku Several of Izuku's friends started howling, and surprisingly, some people in the audience joined in too. Izuku's thoughts. Mom, guys. I have to react. Mike. What's going on? A lot of people started howling. Izuku. When he howled he let out his sonic howl and, having no control over his body, fell into the ring, reacting awe. Mike. Young Usajiyama reacts. Shinso. What? How did you break free from my mind control? Izuku. He was going to answer but covered his mouth and ran towards Shinso. Shinso. Already realized *, talk to me, idiot. Izuki. Grabs Shinso and uses his flames to propel himself out of the ring, knocking Shinso out. Midnight. Shinso is out of bounds. Therefore, Usajiyama is the winner. Whips the whip. Maruko. Sighs in relief. Thank goodness. Returns to Yukio. Izuku. Extends his hand to help Shinso up. Good fight. Shinso. Buena pelea, toma la mano de Izuku. Izuku. You almost won. Shinso. It was obvious you were going to win. After all, you have an amazing quirk, and I don't. Mine seems like a villain's. Izuku. I think your quirk is amazing and I think I'm not the only one. Shinso. He looked towards his companions. Guy. Amazing. Shinso. You almost won, dude. Girl. You almost had it, Shinso. Izuku. You see. Shinso. Smiles. Hey, I think you're right. All the fights were the same as in the anime. Mike. And now we go to the semifinals, starting with the werewolf. Izuku Usajiyama versus the son of the number 2 hero, Shoto Todoroki. Izuku and Todoroki entered the ring. Midnight. Very well, begin. Cracks his whip. Todoroki. I create a large iceberg trapping Izuku. Mike. Wow, that was fast, but did Todoroki win? Everyone began to hear a howl from inside the iceberg. Izuku. Coming out from inside the iceberg, breaking everything. Mike. Young Usajiyama emerged from the iceberg. Todoroki. Damn it, he launches another ice attack. Izuku. Uses his howl, breaking the ice. Todoroki. Why don't you use your fire? Launches another ice attack. Izuku dodges the ice and runs towards Todoroki, and why don't you use it? Dodges another attack and uses his howl, pushing Todoroki out of the ring. That's your power, not Endeavor's. Todoroki stops before leaving the ring with his ice. Did my father get you into this? Launches another attack, but this time it was slower. Izuku is slower. If I were, I'd tell him to get angry. Dodges the attack and kicks Todoroki. I'm not going down that easily. Punches Todoroki in the face. If you don't give it your all, then neither will I. I'm fighting Shoto Todoroki, not Endeavor. Tsuyu. Why does Izuku want Todoroki to use his fire? Hero. Bakugo. Knowing what it must be something good. Smiling. Todoroki is getting slower. Is it because he's only using his ice quirk? Yukio. Porque Izuku no usa su fuego. Maruko. What are you thinking, Izuku? Looking at him. Izuku. It's your quirk, not his. We all have dreams to fulfill. We want to make them a reality, but not everyone succeeds. That's why I'm going to beat you. Todoroki began to recall a conversation with his mother about his lineage and what he wanted to be. At that moment, his left side began to burn. The audience saw a raging inferno erupt from Todoroki. Endeavor. Shoto, have you finally agreed to become my successor? She walked towards the stands and then rolled her eyes. Todoroki. I can't believe I'm facing such an imbecile. He looks at Izuku, smiling. You must be crazy to smile in this situation, helping your opponent. Don't blame me for what happens. Izuku. Then to be fair, he covered his body with volcanic rock and then covered himself with his flames. Mike. Incredible. Even at this distance I feel like I'm burning. Aizawa. Midnight. CEMENTOSS. Stop, they could get hurt. Midnight and Smentos tried to stop them, but it was in vain as the attacks of both boys collided, creating a huge explosion. Midnight. Flied away. What's going on? Maruko. Damn it, Izuku, you're crazy. Yukio. Covering himself, Holy came out. Mike. For God's sake, what are you teaching your class, Eraser? Aizawa. I didn't teach you that. Standing up from his seat. Mike. So, who won? When the fog cleared, they saw no one in the ring. Midnight. What? Looks around and sees the two boys embedded in the wall. Oh, both boys are out of the ring. Everyone. What? Mike. You have to see the replay. The screen shows that Todoroki is the first to emerge from the explosion and out of the ring. Midnight. The young Todoroki was the first to leave the ring, therefore, the young Usajiyama wins. The crowd roared with excitement. Maruko. Izuku. She ran towards Izuku, pulling him out of the wall. Izuku, talk to me. Izuku. Barely opening his eyes. Hello mom. Maruko. Idiot, you worried me. Izuku. Hey I'm sorry, fainted. Maruko. Sees some robots with a stretcher. Rest, Izuku. She puts Izuku on the stretcher and watches them take him away. That's my son. She smiled proudly. Mike. An incredible victory for young Usajiyama. We read about Izuku in a bed in the emergency room with Maruko by his side. Maruko. Looking at Izuku. You're really crazy, Izuku. Suddenly, Izuku's friends and some girls from Class B enter where Maruko is. To-dos. Izuku. Maruko. Shish. Everyone. Scared. Sorry. Izuku. I'm waking up. Maruko. Izuku, how are you feeling? Izuku. What happened? Pony. Beat Todoroki. Izuku. Izuku. Hooray. Well done, gentlemen, let's enjoy the day. Have you had shawarma? There's a shawarma place a few blocks from here. I don't know what it is, but it sounds good. Everyone was confused. Iida. The festival isn't over yet. Izuku. Looks at each one and the shawarma later. Uraraka. What's wrong with her? Gee. It must be the morphine, now he's hallucinating. I'll snap him out of it. He hits Izuku on the head with his cane. Snap out of it. Izuku. Reacting. What happened to you? Yui. You beat Todoroki. Izuku. I see, and who won the other fight? Iida. They're repairing the ring. They gave us a break in the meantime. Izuku. I see. Gee. Okay, you all need to leave now. I have to start the operation. Leaving everyone out of the room. Everyone. Operation. Leaving the room. Izuku. Are you going to operate on me? R.G. Of course not. Looking at him. Luckily you didn't break any bones. Sitting down in a chair, but you do need to rest. Izuku. Phew, thank goodness. Lying down. Yui. Excuse me. Entering the room. R.G. Do you need yourself? Yui. Can I talk to Izuku for a moment? R.G. Okay, getting up. I have some errands to run. Take care of him while I'm gone. Leaves. Yui. Yes. Looks at Izuku. How are you feeling? Approaching. Izuku. Much better, actually. Smiles. Yui. Izuku. I know we barely know each other and haven't talked much, but I want to tell you that. Why? You. Izuku. Me. Looking at her. Yui. I like you. Izuku. Surprised. W. Wow. I don't know what to say. Blushing. Yui. Blushing. I just wanted to tell you. I hope you win the final. She kisses him on the cheek and leaves. Izuku. Red as a tomato. After some time, Bakugo wins his fight against Tokiyami. P.Mike. Okay, let's begin with the final battle. On one side we have the Fire Wolf, Izuku Usagiyama. And on the other side we have the Walking Detonator, Katsuki Bakugo. Both of the aforementioned enter the ring. Izuku. We're still friends, right? Smiling. Bakugo. It will depend on your punches. Smiling. Midnight. Begin. Cracks the whip. Bakugo. Propels himself towards Izuku with his explosions. Izuku. Runs towards Bakugo and jumps, then starts rolling. Okay, let's see if this works. While rolling, he activates his fire, creating a wheel of fire. Bakugo. Damn it. Uses an explosion to dodge Izuku. Wasn't that a Pokemon move? Looking at Izuku. Izuku. Extinguishing his fire. You noticed. He throws a large burst of flame at Bakugo and then approaches him. Bakugo. Nearly dodges the large flame. Good. Grabs Izuku by the arm and uses his explosions to throw him into the sky. Izuku. Sustaining himself in the air with his fire. How about we finish this quickly? Looking down at Bakugo. Bakugo. Then each of us will unleash our strongest attack. He began creating small explosions and spinning. Izuku. Okay. Covers his body with volcanic rock and lets himself fall towards Bakugo. Meteor. Bakugo. Propels himself towards Izuku. Hotizer. Both. Inferno. Impact. Both attacks collide, creating a huge explosion. Maruko. Amazing. Izuku watching from the stands. Yukio. Looking at Maruko, smiling like crazy. They're both crazy. Looks towards the ring. P.Mike. Midnight. Who won? When the smoke cleared, Midnight saw both boys on the ground. Midnight. Approaches Bakugo. Hey, are you still conscious? Shaking him but receives no response. Goes to Izuku. Are you still conscious? Shakes him. Izuku. Looks up and sees Midnight. You're not my mom. Falls unconscious. Midnight. Young Usagiyama was the first to awaken, therefore he is the winner. P.Mike. Young Usagiyama wins the sports festival. The crowd screamed. Maruko. Yukio. Rumi. Looking at her. Hey. Rumi runs his hand over her face. Maruko. I did it. Grabs Yukio by the shoulders and shakes her. I did it. Ryuko. Yukio. I know. Dizzy. Maruko. Let's go. Pulls Yukio along to go with Izuku. After a few minutes, Maruko and Yukio arrive with Izuku in the emergency room. Izuku. Lying down. Hi mom. Hi Aunt Ryu. Ruki. Congratulations Izuku. Maruko. Well done, Izuku. Izuku. Thanks. Sees his friends enter. Hi guys. Iida. Congratulations Usagiyama. Yui. Well done, Izuku. Uraraka. That was amazing, Izuku. Pony. Amazing. Bakugo. Waking up. Will you all be quiet? You're making too much noise. Melissa. You did well too, Bakugo. Bakugo. Thanks, Blondie. P.Mike. Speaking over the loudspeakers. Izuku Usagiyama, Katsuki Bakugo, please proceed to the stadium for the awards ceremony. Izuku. Getting up. Okay, let's go. Kachan. Starts walking. Bakugo. I'm still a nerd, following Izuku. After a few minutes they arrive at the stadium to begin the awards ceremony. Midnight. And to deliver them we have them at Almighty. IAM. He took a great leap to land in the middle of the stadium, here handing out medals. The crowd roared with excitement. Izuku, genius, All Might, stands in front of Iida. Congratulations, young Iida, placing the medal on him. Iida, thank you All Might. The hero killer thing won't happen here, V. All Might. Congratulations, young Bakugo, placing the medal on him. Bakugo, thank you, All Might, stands in front of Izuku. Congratulations, young Usajiyama. He places the medal on him. Izuku, thank you very much, All Might. All Might. And there they are. This year it's these 3 points to the 3 winners. However, all the competitors did very well. The next generation of heroes will undoubtedly sow seeds today. Raises fist, say it with me. Audience. Plus Ultra. All Might. Good job. Public. Almuth. Audience. You had to say plus Ultra. All Might. But everyone did a great job. He felt small. One day has passed since the sports festival. Rumi was watching television but heard someone knocking on the door. Rumi. I'm coming. Goes to the door and opens it. Oh, hi. Abara, Pony, Suyu, Momo, Juro y Yui, Ola. Rumi. Did you come to see Izuku? Receives a nod from the 6 o'clock group. He's taking a bath, but come in. Steps aside. 6 o'clock. Thank you. They enter. Izuku. Coming out of the bathroom wearing only a towel, who was knocking at the door. Sees the 6 girls. The 6 girls blushed when they saw his large, muscular body. Izuku blushes. I'll be right back, runs to his room and gets dressed. Rumi. Ha ha ha, goes to the kitchen and starts making tea. So what are you 6 doing here? Looking at the girls. Everyone except Yui. I want to tell you something. They looked at each other. Yui. Taking a cake out of her bag. I brought you a cake I made. Izuku. Returns to the girls, slightly blushing. I'm back. Sits down. And what brings you here? I mean, it's not that I mind, I was just surprised you came. Yui. Well, they wanted to tell you something, and I brought you a cake. Points to the cake. Rumi. Arrives with the tea and some plates. Well, what are you going to say to Izuku? She looks at the other 5 girls while giving Izuku a cup of tea. Momo. Well, it's a little embarrassing to say it. Suyu. Yes, but looks at the girls. I think we're all going to say the same thing, right? Hiro. Pony. I think so, blushing. Abara. I think that's true. Juro. Well, let's say it then. Izuku. Well, tell me. Takes a sip of his tea. Everyone except Yui. I like you. Izuku. Peef spits out tea. Cough cough s. Excuse me. 5 o'clock. I like you. Rumi. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Takes a sip of her tea. Izuku. Well, I don't know what to say, but I'm sorry, girls, but Yui confessed to me on the day of the festival, so I can't accept everyone. I'm sorry. Rumi. Looks at Izuku and the other girls who looked a little sad. Not that I want to interfere in your love lives, but why don't you make a harem? The 6 Izuku. A harem. Rumi. If you already know, a harem. Takes a sip of her tea. That way no one will get their heart broken and they can all share Izuku. The 6 of them looked at each other and nodded. The 6 o'clock ones. Please Izuku, be our boyfriend. They looked at the freckled boy. Izuku. Well, I looks at 6. Okay. I'll be her boyfriend. Smiles. The 6 of them were very happy. Yui. Well, to celebrate let's eat the cake. She gave Izuku a slice. Izuku. Thank you. Eats a bit of the cake and is shocked. Pony. Izuki, are you okay? Yui. Don't you like me? She looked at the freckled boy, a little worried and scared. Izuku. Looks at Yui and then at his slice. Starts eating his slice very quickly. It's delicious. Yui eating. Rumi. Really? Takes a slice and eats. Oh my god, girl, it's delicious. Continued eating. Where did you buy it? Yui. Well, I did it. Blushing. Izuku. Really? Well, this is delicious, Yui. Yui. Thank you, smiling. And so the day passed for Izuku and his harem. They watched some movies, ate, and got to know each other even better. Izuku. See you girls gives each of them a kiss on the cheek. Yui. I want another one, she pouted. You still haven't given me back the one I gave you on the day of the festival. Izuku. Oh, okay, gives her another kiss better. Yui. Yes, blushing. Pony. It's not fair that you gave her 2 kisses. Suyu. I want another, Kiro, smiling. The others, me too, they pouted. Izuku. Hee, okay. He gives the others another kiss. Be careful on your way home. 6 o'clock. Goodbye, they said goodbye and left. Rumi. They're good girls. Izuku. Yes, they're, smiling. Rumi. Looking at him, by the way. I don't want grandchildren until I'm 18. Izuku. Mom. Rumi. Ha ha ha. We read about Class 1A having their class with Midnight, but there was one student who was acting a little strange. Izuku. Trying to pay attention to the class. Bakugo. What's up, nerd? Looking at him. Izuku. Kachan, I think that month has arrived. Bakugo. Which month? He realizes, oh, that month, but you can control yourself, right? Izuku. Well, that's how it was, but now that I have my girlfriends, it's more difficult. He glances sideways at Suyu, Juro, and Momo. Bakugo. I understand. Midnight. Approaches Izuku. Young Usajiyama, I've noticed you're acting a little strange. Looking at him, are you alright? Izuku. Why yes, smells Midnight's scent and breaks his pencil. Midnight. Are you sure? Puts his hand on Izuku's forehead. He doesn't have a fever. Izuku. He lunges towards Midnight, knocking her down and climbing on top of her, surprising everyone. He moves closer to her neck. Bakugo. Shit goes to Zero. Hey, tape extra, tie up the nerd now. Zero. Huh, okay. He ties Izuku up with his tapes. Izuku. Trying to break free. Bakugo. Grabs Izuku and pulls him away from Midnight. Calm down, nerd. Struggling to prevent him from escaping. Midnight. Stands up blushing. What's wrong with young Usajiyama? Looking at Izuku. Bakugo. Well, people with animal quirks sometimes have a mating month. Midnight. Oh, I understand. Looking at Izuku. I think it's best if he goes home. I'll call his mother. Goes to the teacher's lounge. Suyu. Will Izuku be alright? Hiro. Bakugo. Trying to stop Izuku from escaping. First, all the girls need to leave the room. Sees the boys. Hey, extras, I'm going to need your help to stop him from escaping. All the girls left the room and the boys stayed inside. Bakugo. Hey, half and half, freeze the door and windows. We have to stop you from leaving the classroom. Todoroki. Okay. Creates a wall of ice, blocking the door and windows. Bakugo. Okay, here goes. Releases Izuku. Izuku. Tries to get out. Hits the ice. Iida. So what are we going to do? Bakugo. Keep him away from the girls. We don't want a rape case at UA. Izuku. Uses his fire to melt the ice. Bakugo. Stop him. And so they spent half an hour stopping Izuku to prevent him from getting close to the girls. Maruko. Walking with Midnight. Where is Izuku? Midnight. He must be in the living room. He arrives at the living room and tries to open the door but can't. What? Momo. Midnight Sensei arriving with Maruko and Midnight. The boys are inside trying to prevent Izuku from escaping. Midnight. I understand. Maruko. To the side, kicks the door, breaking it. What the heck? Sees several boys from the class lying on the floor. Bakugo. They've finally arrived, holding Izuku. Midnight. What happened here? Todoroki. We prevented Izuku from leaving the classroom, but he fought with us. Izuku. Throws Bakugo and runs towards the door. Maruko. Forgive me. Izuku punches him, knocking him out. Good. Picks up Izuku like a sack of potatoes. I'm letting you know that Izuku won't be returning to classes for a month. Leaves. All the boys sighed with relief. Pony. Sees Izuku being carried by Maruko. What happened to him? Sees her harem friends. Suyu. Her mating month has arrived. Pony. Oh, I understand. Momo. Does it affect those with animal quirks that much? Suyu. My mother taught me how to control myself during my period. Pony. Me too. Juro. I guess Izuku didn't learn much about controlling himself. After all, I don't think his mother talked to him much about that subject. 1 month later. Let's see. Arrives at Izuku's locker, here it is, puts a letter and some chocolates in the locker. Midnight. You. What are you doing here? Looking at her. You. Shit, turns to look at Midnight. Hello Nimari. Nimari. What are you doing here? You. Oh, nothing, I just wanted to see that wolf boy. You thinks. I wanted to invite him to do his internship with me. Nimari. I see. I don't believe her at all, but you're very early, they've barely opened the academy doors. You. Oh, I see, then see you later, old woman. Leaves. Nimari. Your mother's old, watches her leave, puts a plushie and some chocolates in Izuku's locker, I hope he likes them, leaves. After a few minutes the students begin to arrive. Bakugo. Walking with Izuku towards their lockers. So what happened during your month? Izuku. I had to stay with Hawks for a whole month, he kept asking questions about my mother. Bakugo. What kind of things? Izuku. Like, what kind of underwear does she wear and stuff? Takes out his locker key, that was really annoying. 6 o'clock. Arrive with Izuku. Hello Izuku. Izuku. Sees his girlfriends. Hey girls, what's up? 6 o'clock. They take out bags and boxes of chocolate. Happy Valentine's Day, Izuku. Izuku. Takes the chocolates. Wow, thanks girls. Suyu. We have some for you too. Bakugo gives him a bag of chocolates just like the others. You're our friend after all. Bakugo. Thank you. Izuku. Okay, let me put this away. Opens his locker but is buried under a lot of chocolates. Read 6. Izuku. Izuku. Sticks his head out, but why so many? Bakugo. It seems you have a fan club. Picks up an Izuku plushie, they even made a plushie of you. Just imagine he has the UA uniform, wolf ears and tail. Izuku. Sees the plushie. I have to admit it's very well made. Stands up, and what am I going to do with all these chocolates? Momo. A little jealous, let me make you a sack. She creates a sack and gives it to Izuku. Izuku. Thanks Momo, puts the chocolates in the bag. Yui. Takes the plushie. How cute. Pony. I want one, looking at the plushie. Abara. Me too, smiling. Izuku. Finishes putting away the chocolates, and that's it. After that, classes continued as normal, and then it was time for recess. Izuku. Looking at the menu. What should I order? Girl. There it is. Izuku. Huh. Turns around and sees several girls running towards him. Oh, mom. Runs. Izuku ran from the girls until the end of recess. Izuku lying in his seat. I couldn't even eat. Tea. Suyu. Toma Izuku. Lada un pan de melon. Izuku. Takes the bread. Thank you, Asui. He kisses her on the cheek and starts eating. Suyu. Hiro. Sanrohata. Aizawa. Entering the classroom. All right, everyone to your seats. Everyone goes to their seats. As you know, you'll have to do an internship with a hero. But before that, you'll have to choose your hero name. Everyone shouted with excitement. Aizawa. Silence activates his quirk and everyone falls silent. Okay, first, here are the number of applications for your internships. Izuku. 4,237. Todoroki. 4,003. Bakugo. 3,788. Tokiyami. 360. Iida. 301. Kaminari. 272. Yaoyorozu. 108. Kirishima. 68. Uraraka. 20. 0. 14. Etc. Aizawa. If you didn't receive any applications, don't worry, we'll give you a list of 20 agencies to choose from. He called everyone's attention. Also, the temporary names are fine, but you'd better choose something suitable. Midnight. Entering the room, decide your names now and see hell from there. The names you will choose. The names the world is going to learn. In many cases, they'll be called these when they become professionals. Shiro, Kaminari, and Mineta. It's Midnight. Aizawa. Midnight will evaluate your names. Enters his bag. The way you choose your names will shape the image you create in your future. You've heard the phrase, names and nature often agree, for example, All Might. Midnight. Okay, let's begin. He gives everyone whiteboards. They all said their hero names, and some chose their names for the moment. Bakugo. The god of the killer explosion, Dynamoth. Reveals his name. Midnight. Explosive. I like it. Izuku. Steps forward. Well, my name is. Izuku. Well, my name is a bit too simple. Well, my hero name is. Shows his name, the alpha hero Wolf Fire. Midnight. A little simple, but it's not bad at all. I like it. Kaminari. Raises his hand. But why alpha? Izuku. Well, my wolf quirk allows me to communicate with wolves, if I show them I'm strong. The wolves consider me an alpha. Everyone was impressed. After a few minutes, they all began choosing their internships. Izuku, with a large bag of cards in front of him, there are really a lot of them, starts to check the cards. Suyu. You really have a lot. Izuku. Kiro approaching Izuku. Izuku. I honestly didn't think I'd have so many, even Endeavor sent me one. After what I told him, I'm surprised he sent me one. Asterisk. Momo. You even have one of your mother and Yukio. Izuku. I think they sent me one so they wouldn't worry about me. He smiles nervously, remembering his mother's punishments for worrying her. Bakugo. Takes a letter from Izuku. How about you go with the wild pussycats? They specialize in rescues in forests and mountains. I think your quirk would be useful in those places. Izuku. I think you're right. He thinks for a moment. Yes, I'll choose that one. After choosing their internships, everyone goes home. Izuku. Preparing his things. I think I already have. Rumi. And why didn't you choose me or Ryoko? A little angry. Izuku. Well, I think my wolf quirk would be better in forests and mountains than in the city. Rumi. I suppose that's true. Here's a car horn. I think they've arrived for you. Heads to the door. Izuku. Takes his suitcase and goes to Rumi. Rumi. Opens the door. Hello, is interrupted. Question mark. 1. Cute and cat-like. Question mark. 2. And very, very wild. Question mark. 3. We are. The three. The wild pussycats. They struck their classic poses. Rumi. Y. Izuku. Mandalay. How long, Rumi? Rumi. Hello. Izuku won't be using those uniforms, right? Pixie Bob. Only if he wants to. He saw Ragdoll pull out a green uniform. Izuku. No thanks, I'm fine. Sees them. By the way, isn't anyone missing from here? Ragdoll. Oh yes, Tiger stayed at the agency. Izuku. I understand. Mandalay. Okay, ready to go. Rumi. Take good care of this brat. Mandalay. Don't worry, we'll take very good care of it. After a long journey they arrive at the Pussycats agency. Mandalay. Okay, this will be your room. Opens the bedroom door. Get your things ready and rest, because we'll start tomorrow. Leaves. Izuku. Yes, arranges his things. The next day, they all arrived at a large forest. Izuku. So what are we doing here? Mandalay. We have reports that a girl has been seen around here. Hands over a picture of the girl. Our mission is to find her. Pixie Bob. So smell this. Pulls out a stuffed animal and gives it to Izuku. It's the only thing they found of the girl. Do you think you can trace her scent? Izuku. Well, I've never done that before, but I've got nothing to lose by trying. He picks up the plushie and smells it. Tiger. Well, Izuku. I have something, but it's very faint. He sniffs towards the forest. The scent intensifies over there. He points east. Mandalay. Okay, let's go. They all head east, following the green-haired man. Ragdoll. Do you smell something, Izuku? Izuku. Yeah, that's it. Here's a gunshot and a scream. Mandalay. Let's go. Everyone heads towards where the gunshot and the scream were heard. Girl. W. Wolf looks beside her and there was a wolf's body. Villain. I failed. Well, never mind. He approaches the girl. You're coming with us. Mandalay. Alto Ahi. Villain 2. Shit, those are the pussycats. Villain. Just shoot. Turns his arm into a weapon and starts shooting. Izuku. Launches lava and melts the bullets. Cover your ears. Sees the pussycats and receives a nod from them. Au. Uses his howl and stuns the villains. Go. Pixie, Bob, and Tiger rush towards the villains and begin to fight. while Izuku heads towards the girl. Izuku. Are you okay? He sees the girl who has wolf ears and a tail, as well as a horn on her forehead. Wow. Villain 2. We're not going down without taking someone with us. Throws a diamond stake at the girl. He and his partner are knocked down by Tiger and Pixie Bob. Izuku sees the stake and stands in front of the girl, taking it in his leg. Mandalay. Wolffire approaches. Are you okay? Izuku. Why yes, at least it was on my leg. Lies down. Girl. S. Sir approaches Izuku. Izuku. Don't worry, I'm fine. He takes off his hood and muzzle. Girl. Sees Izuku's ears. You're just like me. Izuku. Well, except for your horn. Technically yes. He strokes the girl's head. What's your name? Girl. Yes. Ragdoll. Here's the first aid kit. Runs towards Izuku. Tiger and Pixie capture the villains. Mandalay. Okay, here I go. Izuku starts to pull out the stake. Izuku. Groans in pain. Mandalay. And, now, pulls out the stake and Ragdoll covers Izuku's leg with bandages. Tiger. I'll take the villains, you guys help Wolffire. He takes the villains and starts walking. Pixie Bob and Ragdoll pick up Izuku and help him walk. Mandalay. Let's go. Eri approaches Eri. Eri suspiciously moves away a little. Izuku. Don't worry, they're not going to hurt you. I promise. He looks at Eri and smiles at her. Eri. Oh. Okay. Sees the wolf's body. But can I bury my friend? Izuku saw the wolf's body and felt great sadness. Izuku. Okay, you can do it. Pixie Bob. I'll do it. Mandalay. Help Izuku and take Eri with you. He heads towards the wolf's body. Good job, canine friend. He starts burying it. Mandalay. Okay, let's go. Eri. She takes Izuku's arm and puts it around her neck. After a few hours they arrive at the agency and the villains are taken away by the police. Izuku. Lying down. Mom will kill me when she sees me like this. Looks at Eri. And how are you feeling, Eri? Eri. Well, sees Izuku's leg. That you hurt because of me. Izuku. It wasn't your fault. He strokes his head. I wanted to take that stake for you. Eri. Sheds a few tears. Mandalay. Eri crouches down to her level. Can we ask you a few questions? Eri. See. Mandalay. What were you doing in the forest and where are your parents? Eri. I've been in the forest for as long as I can remember. My parents were the alpha and matriarch of the pack. Mandalay. I see, but I mean, where are your human parents? Eri. They're sleeping underground, or so the alpha told me. They all felt a lump in their throats. Mandalay. I understand, and why did those villains want to take you? Eri. They said something about my wolf Quirk, but I don't know anything else. Izuku. They must have wanted to take her because of her wolf Quirk. Tiger. There aren't many people with wolf quirks. It's even said that those born with that quirk are sold to the highest bidders. Mandalay. So they must have wanted to sell it to make money. Well then, if you have nowhere to go, we'll have to take you to an orphanage. Eri lowered her ears and began to cry. Eri. No, I don't want to go. Crying. Izuku remembered the time his mother adopted him. Izuku. Well, you can come with me, he said, surprising everyone. Eri. Really? Looks at him crying. Pixie Bob. Are you going to adopt her? Aren't you underage? Izuku. Well, I'm almost 17 and maybe my mom can adopt her for now. I just hope she doesn't kill me. After a while, the internships end. Izuku. I'm here. He just peeks his head out. Rumi. Welcome. How did it go? Izuku. Well, hey mom, one question. Would you like to be a grandmother? Rumi. Don't tell me you got one of your girls pregnant. Gives off a threatening aura. Izuku. No, it's just a question. Rumi. Suspiciously. Well, the truth is, yes, but why the question? Izuku. Well, opens the door completely. Meet Eri. He said this while carrying Eri. Eri. Hello. Rumi. Izuku. You're dead. Izuku. It's. After a severe beating. Rumi. Carrying Eri. So you're saying they found her in the forest? Izuku. With several bumps and bruises. Yes. Rumi. Sighs, fine, I'll adopt her, but you'll take care of her. Also, when you turn 18, you'll be her legal guardian. Izuku. Yes, I'll take good care of her, I promise. Rumi. Well, you'd better go rest. I'll have to talk to Ryoko about this. Puts Eri down, come on. Eri, I'll show you where you'll sleep. Takes Eri's hand and leaves. Izuku. It turned out better than I expected. He goes to his room. Top heroes. Rumi was in a meeting with the top heroes. Endeavor. Why did you bring that brat Maruko? Maruko. Sitting with Izuku on her lap, any problem, flame brain. Izuku. Remain silent. Endeavor. This is supposed to be a meeting of the top heroes, a brat can't be here. Maruko. That's true, but I didn't have anyone else to look after him since Yukio and Hawks are here. She points to the two mentioned. Endeavor. You should have left that brat at home then. Maruko. A little angry, this brat has a better quirk than yours, pointed at Izuku. Besides his wolf quirk, he can also throw and cover himself in flames, lava, and volcanic rock, glared furiously at Endeavor. He might surpass you in the future, Flame Brain. The other heroes were impressed. Endeavor. That brat isn't going to surpass me. Maruko. Call him a brat one more time and you'll see flames. Angry. Endeavor. Brat. Maruko. With a vein throbbing on her forehead, now then. Ryoko. Take this. She gives the ball to Izuku and lunges at Endeavor. Yukio. Uh-oh. Izuku. Close your eyes. She covers Izuku's ears. Izuku. Yes, closes his eyes. After a great fight, Endeavor is seen unconscious on the ground. Maruko. With some small burns, that's what you get for insulting my son. All Might. Calm down, Maruko. He holds Maruko so she can't hit Endeavor anymore. Maruko. Tisk, she is released by All Might and picks up Izuku. Open your eyes, Izuku. Izuku. Opens his eyes and sees Endeavor. Wow, Mom is stronger than Endeavor. Surprised. All Might. It seems motherhood has made Maruko a little soft, haha. Maruko. Gives a death glare to All Might. Who are you calling soft, Blondie? All Might. To no one. I trembled slightly at Maruko's gaze. Izuku. Wow, Mom made All Might tremble. The other heroes laughed a little. First day of school. Rumi. Okay, arrives at the school entrance with Izuku. Ready for your first day at school, Izuku. Izuku. Why? Yes, nervous. Rumi crouches down to his level. Hey, don't be nervous, kisses his forehead, it'll be fine. And remember, if anyone bothers you, tell the teacher, okay. Izuku. Calms down a little. Okay. Rumi. That's my son, smiles. Now go. Interrupted by the bell. Well, you'd better go to class. Izuki. Yes. Runs towards her classroom. Rumi. A little sad. Well, I'd better go. Gets up and turns away. Izuku. Running towards Maruko. Mom. He lunges towards Rumi. Rumi. Huh. Turns around and catches Izuku. Izuku. What's wrong? Izuku. Hugs her and kisses her on the cheek. I love you. Rumi. Smiles and I love you too. She kisses him on the cheek and puts him down. Now go to your classroom, they're about to start. Izuku. Yes, it's going. Rumi. Watching her leave, how fast she grows up. First Christmas. Ryoko. At the mall with Rumi. So, what are you going to buy for Izuku? Rumi. I don't know, seeing that she can buy Izuku. It's really difficult. Ryoko. Takes an All Might sweater and some All Might and Maruko figurines. Well, I'll take these to him. Puts the things in the cart. Rumi. Looking at things, I know. Takes some boxing gloves and also this. Takes some sketchbooks. Ryoko. Boxing gloves. Are you teaching her? Looking at her slightly angrily. Rumi. Maybe, well, he wants to be a hero, so I'm teaching him different types of fighting. Ryoko. Just don't hit him too hard. Sighs. After buying. Ryoko. Well, dinner is ready. Rumi. I've already hidden the presents, whispers Izuku. Dinner's ready. Izuku. I'm coming. He leaves some presents under the tree and goes to Rumi. Okay, he gets on the chair. Rumi. Serves Izuku. Here you go. Ryoko. Excited for Christmas. Izuku. Izuku. Eats a little. Yes, smiling. Ryoko. And what did you ask Santa for? Izuku. Nada. The two of them. Nothing. Confused. Izuku. Well, this year you guys gave me everything, so I couldn't ask for anything more. Smiles. The two. How cute. After dinner. Izuku. On the sofa near the fireplace, I'm trying to stay awake. Rumi. Seeing him, what are you doing, Izuku? Izuku. I want to see Santa. He falls asleep for a bit but wakes up. Ryuko. I thought you hadn't asked him for anything. Izuki. Yes, but it will bring you all and I want to see it. Yawning. Rumi. I understand. Well, don't sleep too late, okay? She pats Ryuko's head and goes to her room, while Ryuko goes to the guest room. At midnight, Rumi, dressed as Santa just like Ryuko, I think that's everyone, finishes putting out the presents. Ryuko. Okay, let's go before Izu wakes up. Here's Izuku. Izuku. Saint. Looking at them, Rumi and Ryuko quickly put on the beards of the suit. Rumi. Ho ho ho, what are you doing up, little one? Feigning a voice and turning to look at him. Izuku. Hey to Santas. Vey a Ryuko. Ryuko. If it's like this, we'll deliver the gifts faster, ho ho. Rumi. Well, we have to go, so Merry Christmas. Izuku. Merry Christmas, falls asleep on the sofa. In the morning, Rumi. Izuku shakes him a little, it's already Christmas. Izuku. Waking up, gets up and sees the tree. Wow, Santa brought you lots of presents, sees Rumi and Ryuko. Ryuko. Actually, almost all of them are yours. Smiles. Izuku. But I didn't ask them for anything. Rumi. I think they saw you're a good boy and wanted to reward you. Smiles. Izuku. I see, thank you so much. Smiles. Najire wa Izuku. Ryuko. Okay, while Rumi is patrolling in the neighboring town, you'll stay with me. Izuku. Okay. Ryuko. Oh right, a friend's daughter will also be staying. Looks at Izuku, be nice to her, okay. Izuku. See Tia Ryu. After a few hours, Ryuko's friend arrives with her daughter. Ryuko's friend. Thank you for this, Ryuko. Ryuko. It's nothing, after all I'm fairy godmother. Friend. Thank you so much. Looks at her daughter, behave yourself, little one, kisses her forehead and leaves. Najire. Goodbye, mom. She waves goodbye and goes inside with Ryuko. Ryuko. Well, first let me introduce you to Izuku. She points to Izuku. Izuku. Our. Najire. How cute, hugs Izuku, how soft, strokes Izuku's ears. Izuku. Enjoys the caresses and wags his tail. Ryuko. They'll get along, hee hee. After 4 days, Najire. Stroking Izuku, you're so cute. Izuku. Wagging his tail, stretches Najire, I'm hungry. Najire. Aunt Ryuko said the food is almost ready. Izuku. Make it quick or I'll eat you. Greater than 3, he jumps on him and tickles him. Najire. No ha 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 no, that's not enough ha ha ha. Rumi. Entering Ryuko's house. I'm finally done. Izuku. Mom. Leaves Najire and runs towards Rumi. Rumi. Hi Izuku, hugs him, did you behave? Ryuko. Very well indeed. Najire. Approaches Rumi, Miss Rumi. Rumi. Yes. Looking at her. Najire. Can I marry Izuku when we're older? Rumi and Ryuko. Who directs? Rumi. I'll think about it. Najire. Yes, we're getting married, Izuki. Happy. Izuku. Yeah, Rumi. I said I would think about it. Najire. Okay. Abraza Izuku. With Ryuko's help, Rumi was able to adopt Eri. However, her custody would only last until Izuku turned 18, at which point he could legally become her father. They took Eri to the hospital to check if she was well fed and had no injuries. Luckily, Eri was fine, but the doctor told them that she has another quirk, Rewind, which allows her to return someone to a past state or even restore a lost limb. Eri only had a little control over her Rewind quirk, as she said she helped her wolf friends when they got hurt. Now we see Izuku walking with Eri through the halls of UA towards Izuku's classroom. Izuku. Luckily the principal let me bring you. He sees Eri and smiles at her. Okay, let's go. He enters the classroom and everyone is shocked to see Eri. Eri. Hides behind Izuku. Momo. Izuku, who is she? Points at Eri. Izuku. Well, you could say she's my daughter. Everyone was shocked, but 3 people just stared at the green-haired boy with a menacing aura. Juro. Izuku approached the green-haired boy. Did you sleep with someone before? Saying it in a very threatening way. Izuku. No, let me explain. He looked at his girlfriends, very scared. Suyu. You better, Kiro. After explaining it to everyone. Suyu. Poor little Kiro carrying Eri and stroking her head. Izuku. Yes, he remembered how his mother found him. Momo. So you'll take care of her. Izuku. Of course. Eri. Sees Juro, Suyu, and Momo. Dad, are they my moms? Sees Izuku. Izuku and the girls blushed when they heard that. Izuku. Well, he was interrupted. Momo. You can call us mom. Juro. See, Suyu. You can do it, Eri. Kiro. Eri. Well, moms. Smiles. Izuku. Although there are 3 more moms missing. After that, classes continued as normal. Well, when Eri saw Aizawa in his sleeping bag, she called him Mommy Caterpillar, and everyone laughed when they heard that. The recess bell rings. Izuku. Okay, let's eat. He picks up Eri and goes with the girls to the cafeteria. Abara, Yui and Pony. Hi guys. Izuku. Hey girls, orders his and Eri's food. Come on. Eri sits at the table and puts Eri next to him. Let's eat. Eri. Thank you for the food. Starts eating. Izuku. He eats. Pony. By the way, Izuku, when are we going out? Izuku. Pony. You already know. Looks at him. When we'll have a date. Smiles. Izuku. Oh well, how was your weekend? Juro. But you can only go out with 2 people on those days. Eats from her plate. Izuku. What if I go out with 3 on Saturday and the other 3 on Sunday? Suyu. Sounds good. Kiro. Pony. I'll take Saturday. Momo. And me, Yui. And I, Abara, Suyu and Juro. Then we on Sunday. Izuku. Okay, then it's decided. Izuku runs towards the green-haired boy and lunges at him, knocking him out of his seat. I missed you so much. Izuku. Come to the girl. Najire. Najire. It's been a while, Izuku. She gets up. Izuku. Yes, it's been a while. Getting up. Pony. Izuku. Who is she? A little jealous, just like the others. Izuku. Oh yes, she's Najire Hado and she's my, interrupted by Najire. Najire. I'm his fiancé. Hugs the freckled boy's arm. Izuku and the girls. Yui. Izuku with a threatening aura just like the others. Izuku. Looking at his girlfriends. Wait, that's not true. Najire. But you told me that when we were children. Izuku. It was because we were playing wedding. The freckled boy's girlfriends calmed down a little. Najire. So you don't want to marry me? She said it in a very sad tone. Izuku. Well, sees the girls. Well, let me introduce you to my girlfriends. Smiles. The girls. Hello, Najire. Why? Your girlfriends. Surprised. Izuku. If these are my girlfriends. Looks at the girls. Their names are Pony, Abara, Yui, Juro, Momo and Suyu. Points to each one. Najire. Jealous. Well, Izuku, then be my boyfriend too. Hugs the freckled boy. Izuku. Well, looks at the girls. What do you say? Momo. Apparently they've known each other for a long time. I have no problem with that. Suyu. Not even with me. Kiro, smiling. Yui. I have no problem. Expressionless. Pony. I don't have a problem with it either. Abara. Niyo. Juro. Okay, she can join us. Najire. Besa al Izuku. Moi, sonrie. Izuku. Blushing deeply, steam begins to rise from his head. Najire. That's Izuku, I know you. Scratches Izuku's chin. And this is your weak point. Izuku. Of course. He stops when he feels Najire scratch his chin. He moves his leg like a dog and wags his tail. The dogs at my work do that. Lol. Eri. Looking at Izuku. Dad is dominated. Looks at Najire. You must be the strongest mom. Smiles and wags her tail. Najire. Come here. She also scratches Eri's chin, and Eri starts doing the same thing as Izuku. Over the weekend, Izuku, looking at himself in the mirror, not bad. Izuku goes downstairs. I'm leaving now, Mom. Rumi sees him. Okay, don't be late. Izuku, yes, it's going. Rumi, if he only knew what I left in his wallet, ha ha ha, laughs and pets Eri, who was sleeping next to her. After a while, Izuku arrives with Yui, Momo, and Pony. Izuku, okay, let's watch the movie. The three, after ordering their popcorn, they went inside to watch the movie, which was John Wick 4. Izuku, it was a good movie. The three, hugging him. Izuku, okay, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back. Leaves. After a few minutes, Izuku, coming out of the bathroom. Where are they? Come on, we'll have a good time, girls. Pony, leave us alone. Yui, we told you no, idiots. Question mark, question mark, question mark. 2. They really are difficult. I like that. He takes Momo by the shoulder. Momo slaps him. Don't touch me. Question mark, question mark, question mark. 2. You son of a. She was going to slap him, but her hand was stopped. Huh. She sees Izuku. Izuku, excuse me, but they're coming with me. He lets go of the guy, pushing him a little. Let's go, girls. He starts walking with the girls by his side. Question mark, question mark, question mark. 2. Damn it. Runs to hit Izuku. Izuku, his ears perk up, and in a swift movement he grabs the guy's arm and throws him against a wall, embedding him in it. You're going to try it too. He gives the other guy a death glare. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Ran away. The girls were very impressed because they had never seen their boyfriend like that. Izuku changes his personality. Are you girls all right? The three, yes. Yes. Izuku, I'm glad. Smiles. Well, what else do you want to do? Pony, let's go over there. Points to an arcade machine. I want to try and win a plushie. Izuku, okay. The girls tried to take out some stuffed animals that they thought were very cute. Although they couldn't do it because they weren't very good at it, Izuku still tried by bringing out the plushies they wanted. A wolf for Yui, a horse for Pony, and a cat for Momo. The three, thank you, Izuku. They give him a kiss on the cheek. Izuku, you're welcome. Yui, look, points to a photo booth. Let's take some pictures. Izuku, okay, takes out his wallet. Let me see if I have any change. Opens his wallet and sees some condoms. The three, see the condoms. Izuku, could it be? Izuku, blushing, I swear I didn't do this. Momo, so who? Izuku remembers that he couldn't find his wallet this morning and that his mother gave it to him. My mom. Pony, if that's what she wants, well, at least wait until we're 18. Yui, why did your mother think that? Izuku, I don't know. Sighs. Well, let's take the pictures. Smiles. After taking the photos, Izuku takes each of them home and then goes to his own. Izuku, entering his house, it seems they're still asleep. Goes to his room quietly. Finally time to rest. Throws himself onto his bed and falls asleep. Aizawa, well, exams are coming up. Besides the written exam, they will have to take a physical one, so whether they study or not, they will go to camp. Iida, and what will the physical exam be like, sensei? Aizawa, I'll explain when you start. Sometime later they pass the written exams and now they move on to the physical ones. Momo, why do we have to wear our hero costumes? Everyone sees Principal Nezu arrive with all the teachers. Nezu, good morning, students. Well, for your exams you'll have to face the teachers. Everyone was in shock. Aizawa, okay, we'll tell you the fights. Tokiyami y Suyu vs Ectoplams. Mineta y Siro vs Midnight. Sato and Kirishima vs Smentos. Momo and Todoroki vs Eraserhead. Mina y Kaminari vs Nezu. Jiro and Koda vs Presenti C. Mike. Melissa y Bakugo vs Almuth. Hagakuri y Shoji vs Snipe. Aoyama y Uraraka vs 13. Iida and Ojiro vs Powerloader. I think that's how it's spelled. Izuku, wait, everyone has a partner except me. Nezu, oh yes, we decided that in your test it will only be you. Izuku, Okay, and who will I fight? With me lands in front of everyone. Alumnos Izuku. Maruko. Mama. Maruko. Approaches Izuku. Don't think that just because you're my son I'm going to make it easy for you. Smiles fiercely. Izuku. Swallows. All the fights were the same as in the anime, the only difference being that Bakugo and Melissa fought against All Might. Nezu. Alright, time for the final battle. Izuku. Enters the area that was a city. Okay. Nezu. Over the loudspeakers begin. Izuku. Runs. I have to be careful. Covers himself with his flames and flies towards the finish line. I still don't see Mom. Receives a kick from Maruko that sends him inside a building. Ah. Maruko. Come on, hero. Approaches the hole, dodges a large burst of flame. Izuku. Leaves the building and runs towards the finish line. Damn, everything hurts. Maruko. Where are you going? She lunges towards Izuku and kicks him again. Izuku. Dodges the kick. Alright, let's see if I can win. He covers his fists with volcanic rock and starts fighting. Maruko. Dodging Izuku's blows. You need more than that, brat. She punches him in the stomach, knocking the wind out of him. Izuku. Grabs his stomach. Maruko. I'm not finished yet. Grabs his leg and starts slamming him against the ground. Come on. Throws him towards a truck. Izuku. Standing up. I can't beat her hand to hand. Come on. Think, Izuku. I know. Okay. He starts throwing lava everywhere. Maruko. What's wrong? Are you desperate now? Izuku. If the scenarios are realistic then he gets behind a truck. I hope it works. He uses his howl, launching the truck upwards. I hope I'm right. With his lava, he makes the truck explode, releasing a lot of water that falls into the lava. When the water touches the lava, a lot of steam starts to come out, almost obscuring Maruko's view. Maruko. Not a mal. Izuku. Izuku. Kicks Maruko. Take this. Hides in the steam. Maruko. Damn it, I can barely see well. If that's how you play. Closes her eyes and uses her ears. I've got you. Grabs Izuku's arm and slams him to the ground. Not bad. Hero. Throws him. Izuku. Tries to get up but Maruko puts her foot on his head. Maruko. Not bad, hero, but you need a lot more. Squashes his head. Izuku. In the observation room, everyone watched the battle. Tsuyu. Poor Izuku, it must be difficult facing his mother alone. Momo. Maybe she doesn't want to hurt the Bakugo. It's not that everyone looks at him. It's not because I don't want to hurt my mother. It's something else. Back in the battle, Maruko. Well, I guess I should finish this. Prepares a kick. Izuku. I've got you. Before Maruko could kick, Izuku created a fire tornado around himself, trapping Maruko inside. Maruko. Damn, it's so hot. Izuku. Now kicks Maruko, knocking her out of the tornado and sending her flying into a wall. Sorry, Mom. Runs towards the finish line. Maruko. You damn brat. Smiles and propels herself towards Izuku. I've got you. Kicks him and slams him into a wall. Izuku. Maruko. Thinks about Izuku. Doesn't mean Izuku. Izuku. Maruko. Hey Izuku. Sees him. Did I kill him? Trembles. At that moment, Izuku vanishes, revealing a magma rock. Maruko. A rock. Confused. Izuku. Behind Maruko. You know, Mom, sometimes if you're in very high temperatures, they can create an illusion. He puts Maruko in a wrestling hold, knocking her down, and puts the handcuffs on her. I've got you. He smiles. Nezu. Over the loudspeakers, young Usajiyama is the winner. Maruko. What? Sees Izuku. How did you know that? Izuku. When I was studying I read about that and wanted to check it out. He lifts Maruko up and removes the handcuffs. Sorry about that. Maruko hugs him. Maruko. Don't scare me like that, idiot. Izuku. Responds sorry. Falls unconscious from the blows. Maruko. Picks him up. Well done, Izuku. After a while, Maruko went to the infirmary to see Izuku. Izuku. Wakes up. What? Sees Rumi. Rumi. You're finally awake. She sees him getting up and stops him. Don't get up. It seems I broke some of your bones. I'm sorry, Izuku. Okay, I guess I couldn't help that. He laughs a little but feels pain. Ouch. He sees Melissa and Bakugo next to him. Although I think they had it worse. Rumi. It's true, after all they fought against Almighty. Izuku and Eri's harem enters the room. 7. Izuku. They hug him. Izuku. Ah, be careful, girls. The girls stopped hugging him. Najire. You worried us. Momo. But why did Maruko kick a rock and not see you? Maruko. Well, it seems that the high temperatures create an illusion, that's why I didn't see it. Suyu. Amazing Kiro. The others. Wow, Eri. You were amazing, Dad. Izuku. Hee, thanks. He pets Eri. After a while, Izuku. Lying on the sofa. Girls, why are you taking care of me? Najire. Your mom told us you need to rest and asked us to take care of you. Izuku. I see, Suyu. And she asked us not to move around so much, Kiro. Pony. Yes, and that's why we're going to keep watch. Smiles. The others nod. Izuku. Okay, Momo. I'll go prepare something for you to eat. Goes to the kitchen. Suyu. I'll help you. Goes with Momo. Izuku. Gets up. Well, I'll go to my room. Abara. I'll help you. Helps Izuku walk towards his room. Izuku. Remembers all his figures. Why you know, let's go back to the sofa. Abara. Why? Izuku. You're welcome. Nervously. Yui. Arrives with them. We're here now, you should rest. Opens the door. Izuku. No, wait. Yui and Abara. See Izuku's room and all his figurines. Wow. Izuku. How embarrassing. Pony. Arrives and sees Izuku's room. Wow, you have a lot of figures. Izuku. Yes, blushing, he lies down on the bed. Pony. You have the exclusive Hawks figure. Looking at the figure. The others arrive at the fourth. Najire. Here's the food. Izuku. Oh yeah, he gave it to me on one of my birthdays. Yui. By the way, when is your birthday? Izuku. Now that you mention it, takes his phone and checks the date. It's tomorrow. All. What? Izuku. See, read about a large house with 10 5-year-old children playing. Children. Time to eat. Children. Yes. They go towards the kitchen. Girl. Mom, where's Dad? He's being healed by Suyu, but if you want, go with Miku. Smiles at her daughter. Also, tell them to come eat. Miku. Yes. Goes to her father. Question mark. 2. He really loves Izuku a lot. Pony. Yes. Puts the food on the table. Can you bring the plates? Abara. Abara. Of course. Goes for the plates. Miku. Entering her parents' room. Dad. She sees him with her mom, Suyu. Izuku. Hi Miku, what's up? Miku. Let them come and eat already. Smiles. Suyu. We're coming. Finishes healing Izuku. There, Hiro. Oh yeah, tell Iruma and Shiro to wash their hands, they always forget. Miku. Yes, it's going. Izuku. Puts on his shirt. Let's go. My little frog. Takes Suyu's hand. Suyu. I told you not to call me that. Hiro. Blushing. Izuku. Well, it doesn't seem to bother you. Kisses her. Come on, I'm sure the kids are hungry by now. Leaves with Suyu. After eating. Izuku. By the way, where's Eri? Pony. She's dating her boyfriend. Izuku. Ah, I see. If he does anything to my little girl, I'll kill him. Asterisk. Abara. Pulls Izuku's ear. And don't you dare do anything to her boyfriend, Izuku. Izuku. No, my life. Cries comically. We're here. Entering the house. Izuku. Hi Momo. Hi Yui. Sees his wives enter. Have you gone to get her yet? Momo. Yes, I'm coming. She is interrupted. Rumi. Grandma's here. Entering the house. Children. Grandma. They jump on her, knocking Rumi down. Rumi. They are strong indeed. Smiles at her grandchildren. Izuku. Kids, leave your grandma alone already. Yui. He's right, kids, get him. Points at Izuku. Children. See their father and rush to him. Izuku. Ah, traitors. Rumi. Haha. Stands up. Okay, now line up. The children quickly line up. Izuku. Getting up. I still don't know how you do that, Mom. Rumi. What can I say? Motherly power. Looks at her grandchildren. Well, I haven't seen your quirks yet, so tell me, okay? Children. Yes, all of Izuku's wives stand behind their children. Rumi. Okay, first the twins of Asui points to the twins. Iruma. Iruma Usajiyama Quirk Frog Grandma. Shiro. Shiro Usajiyama, Wolf Quirk wags his tail. Rumi. Not bad, they'll be very strong, smiles. Well, Pony's daughter looks at Miku. Miku. Miku Usajiyama Quirk. Fire horn cannon, her horns burst into flames. Hehe. Rumi. Wow, that's a combined quirk, not bad. Miku smiles. Momo's daughter looks at her granddaughter. Elizabeth. Elizabeth Usajiyama Quirk. Fire creation creates a sword of fire and smiles. Rumi. Amazing, pats her head. Jiro's twins. Inko. Inko Usajiyama Quirk. Fire lights her arms in fire and then extinguishes them. Nino. Nino Usajiyama Quirk earphone jack extends his earphones. Rumi. I like it. The daughter of fate sees her granddaughter. Haru. Haru Usajiyama Quirk. Wolf and shockwave creates energy spirals. Rumi. Wow, 2 quirks. Good for you, Haru. Smiles. Abara's son sees her grandson. Satoshi. Satoshi Usajiyama Quirk. Vine stretches his hair slightly. Rumi. And finally, Yui's twins goes to the twins. Diana. Diana Usajiyama, Wolf Quirk wags her tail. Kuro. Kuro Usajiyama Quirk. Growth, he becomes small, almost like an ant, and then grows very large. Rumi. Not bad at all, and Kuro's seems to be a mutation of yours, Yui. It's incredible. Yui. Sees Kuro. Yes, it is. Rumi. Looks at her grandchildren. I'm sure they'll be great heroes when they grow up, kids. Everyone. Yes. Izuku. Receives a call. Hello. Yes, I'm nearby. Why? I understand. I'm on my way. Hangs up. Well, work's calling. I'm off. Grabs his muzzle and his suit appears. Luckily May made this suit with nanotechnology. Momo. Be careful. Izuku. See you later. Gives his wives and children a quick kiss. I'll be back soon and kids, behave yourselves. Leaves the house and covers himself with his flames before flying away. Inko. Watching her father fly. I hope I can fly like dad. Rumi. I'm sure you can. Jiro. I'm sure you will, although you need to train a lot. Inko. Najire. Well, now we have to get everything ready for Izuku's party. Everyone. Yes, at night. Izuku. I'm home. Enters the house and sees the lights are off. Girls. Turns on the lights. Everyone. Surprise. They come out of their hiding places. Izuku. Sees the whole decorated room. Najire. It's your birthday, darling. Izuku. What? Sees the date on his phone. I guess I forgot. Scratches the back of his neck. Hehe. Pony. Always forgetful. Izuku. Izuku. I think that's true. Sits down. Wow. Seriously, thank you girls. Abara. It's nothing. After all, you're a great father and husband. The others nod. Miku. Dad, tell us a story. Sits on her father's lap and her siblings surround Izuku. Izuku. A story. Well, thinks. Rumi. What about when the children were going to be born? Children. Yes. Izuku. Okay, smiles. Then. Flashback 6 years ago. A 21-year-old Izuku is seen in a hospital corridor. Izuku. Pacing. Very nervous. Ryuko. He's very nervous. Sitting next to Rumi. Rumi. Sits Izuku down. Calm down, Izuku, everything will be alright. Izuku. But what if something happens to one of them, or if the babies don't breathe? Receives a slap from Rumi. Ouch. Eri. Everything's going to be alright, Dad. She pats him on the back. Izuku. Yes. Bakugo. Arriving. So. Did they tell you anything? Rumi. Not yet. Looks at Bakugo. Oh right, congratulations on Ochako's pregnancy. Izuku. Are you nervous? Kachan. Bakugo. I should be telling you that, nerd. Sits down. You're going to have 10 kids. Izuku. Yeah, sighs. I'm surprised I'm not dying of nerves. Doctor. Leaves the room. Asui's family. Izuku. Stands up. I am her husband. Doctor. Congratulations, everything went well, the twins were born. Izuku sighs in relief, thank you, and the others. Doctor. They're already in labor, smiles. You can go see your wife in the meantime. Excuse me, leaves. Izuku. Yes, thank you. Rumi. We'll go see the others, you go see Asui first. Izuku. Yes, smiles, I'll see you later, goes to Asui. Asui. With the babies by her side, Kiro. Izuku. Enters with Asui, hi Asui, approaches, how are you feeling? Asui. Tired, Kiro, smiles, and the others. Izuku. They're already in labor, looks at the babies, how cute, kisses Asui, good job, little frog. Nurse. Enters, excuse me, but I have to take the babies. Izuku. Yeah, of course. Nurse. Picks up the babies, and what will their names be? Asui. Iruma and Shiro. Nurse. Understood, leaves. Izuku. Now rest, I'll go see the others. He kisses her. Asui. Okay, Hiro settles down and falls asleep. Izuku. He leaves. After a few hours they all give birth. Izuku. Looking at his sleeping children, wow. Rumi. Pats Izuku, I'm proud of you. Izuki. After you found me in that forest. I never thought I'd be here. She sheds a few tears. Rumi. Hugs him, you know, I thought I was crazy for adopting you, now I see I didn't regret that decision. She strokes Izuku's head, I'm proud of you, son. Izuku. Hugs her, thank you for being my mother. Rumi. Smiles, by the way, I suppose you named one of your daughters after her, right? Izuki. Of course yes, points to Inko Usajiyama, smiles. Rumi. She's very pretty. Izuku. Yes, it is. Rumi. You'd better not make it your favorite or the others will get jealous. Izuku. Of course not. They're all my favorites. We read Izuku sleeping. Rumi. Entering Izuku's room, throws water in his face. Izuku. Wakes up suddenly and sees his mother, Rumi. Haha, runs away. Izuku. Mom. He comes out of his room but is greeted by a cake in the face. Ryoko. Sorry Izuku, but Rumi insisted so much. Taking the cake away. Izuku. With his face covered in cake, okay. Ryoko. Here, gives her some napkins, and congratulations, gives her a gift. Izuku. Thank you, wipes himself. After a few hours. Izuku. Eating Yui's cake, I still don't know how you make them so delicious, Yui. Yui. I just followed my grandmother's recipe, smiles. Eri. It's very tasty eating. Yui. I'm glad. Najire. And we'll give you your present tonight, Izuku. Izuku. You know it's not necessary to give me something, looking at the girls. Juro. No, it's something you deserve, so we'll let you have it. Izuku. Okay. Rumi. Well, Ryoko and I have to go on patrol. She approaches the girls. Don't break her hip, she whispers. The girls nod. Rumi. Well, let's go. Ryoko goes next to Ryoko. Ryoko. Are you sure they'll do it? What if one of them gets pregnant? Rumi. I wouldn't mind. Honestly, imagines many Izukus running around her house. Besides, if it happens, Izuku will take care of it. Ryoko. Well, that's true. At night, Izuku checks on Eri. Well, Eri's already asleep and mom's not home yet. Yawns. What will the girls' gift be? Goes to his room. Girls. Knocks on the door. Yui. You can come in now, Izuku. Izuku. Enters his room and sees his girlfriends. Girls. Filled circle. Abara. Picks up Izuku and puts him on the bed. Just enjoy your gifts, Izuku. Izuku. Girls. After about 7 hours of pleasure. 7W7. Izuku. Looking at the girls. Maybe I went too far. Scratches the back of his neck. Yui. I don't regret it. Her legs are trembling. The others. Neither I. Izuku. You should get some rest. He puts his girlfriends on the bed. Luckily my bed is very big. He lies down with his girlfriends and they quickly hug the freckled boy. Momo. You were very rude, Izuku. Izuku. Sorry, Momo. Pony. And very wild, strokes Izuku's ears. Izuku. Well, you girls should go to sleep. He covers the girls and himself with the sheets. Good night, girls. Good night. The next morning, Rumi enters Izuku's room and sees a lot of clothes scattered around. Wow. Sees Izuku and his girlfriend sleeping. I'm surprised he lasted so long. Leaves. Time skip. Many things would have already happened. The camp, Bakugo's kidnapping and rescue, the cultural festival, gentle and brave. Despite all that, Izuku still had to face his greatest challenge. Meeting your in-laws. Izuku. Leaving his dorm room. I hope I look okay. Momo. You look good, Izuku. Juro. Aren't you dressed a bit too elegantly? Suyu. Well, we're going to Momo's house. Obviously, she has to dress up. Hiro. Izuku. Turns around and sees the girls. You guys look good too. The three. Thanks. Momo. Well, the others are waiting for us outside. Let's go. Izuku. Yes. They leave the dormitories and see the other girls outside next to the limousine. Izuku. They look good. Girls looking at them. Najire. You too. Izuku smiles. Momo. Okay, let's go. They all get into the limousine and head to the Yaoyorozu's house. After a while they arrived and went inside, and there were their girlfriend's parents. Momo. Then you must be Izuku. Usajiyama extends her hand to Izuku. Izuku. Yes sir. Accepts the handshake. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Yaoyorozu. Suyu. So how is it that you have a harem and my daughter is part of it? The other parents approached. Abara. I'm also interested in knowing that, kid. Izuku. I love each and every one of your daughters. I couldn't choose just one, and after talking it over, your daughters and I decided to form a harem, gentlemen. Yui. I see, but even though we saw you at the sports festival, I don't know if you're strong enough to take care of our daughters. Pony. So, talking amongst ourselves, we decided to give you a test. Izuku. A test? Okay, I'll do it. Najire. Fight with us. Izuku. After a few minutes everyone goes to the garden. Izuku. Stretching. Okay, looks at his parents. I really don't want to hurt them, sighs, but I have no choice. Juro. Sitting next to her mother like the others. Aren't you going to participate, old man? Looks at her father. Hyotoku. You know I don't have a quirk, honey. Looks at Izuku. Besides, I accept your relationship, he's strong. Mika. I'm surprised to hear you say that. Momo. Okay, ready. Izuku. Yes. Abara. Good. Touches the ground and several roots emerge trying to trap Izuku. Izuku. It's similar to Abara's quirk, but he has to touch the ground, dodges the roots. Okay, launches a large flame, but it's stopped by a giant hand. What? Yui. That's my quirk. Growth grows almost 25 meters tall. Come here. Tries to catch Izuku. Izuku. I see. Climbs up Yui's arm. Forgive me for this, sir. Punches him in the face, knocking him down. Good. Dodges some bullets, but what? Sees Momo. Guns. Momo. Dad, don't kill him. Momo. Calm down, daughter. They're rubber bullets. Reloads the weapons, but they still hit. Fires. Izuku. Tries to dodge but is stopped. What? Sees his torso bound by a tongue. Damn it. Suyu. You won't leave that easily. Izuku. Gets shot. Pony. Grows a little. It's my turn. Grabs Izuku and slams him to the ground. My quirk is Minotaur. Izuku. It's a great quirk. Almost fainting. Pony. Puts him on the ground. Well, I guess that's it, kid. Najire. And this creates energy spirals. I suppose you're not strong enough to take care of our daughters. Izuku. Alright, let's finish this. He creates a fire tornado and traps the parents in it. Alright, he punches each of the parents in the stomach, knocking the wind out of them. I'll give my life for them if necessary. He uses his howl and throws the parents, embedding them in the wall. The girls and their mothers were surprised. Girls. They see Izuku hurt. Izuku. They run towards him. Izuku. With torn pieces of his clothing. I guess I did it. Falls to his knees. Hey. After a while, they healed Izuku and his parents. Izuku. Resting in Momo's lap. Ouch. Momo. Does it still hurt, Izuku? Izuku. Not much, but yes. He smiles and sees his parents approaching. Momo. Izuku, please take care of our daughters. Izuku nods. I'll give my life if necessary. After a few hours of talking with each of their parents, everyone returns home. Izuku, entering his house, finally, lies down on the sofa. It hurts. Rumi now grabs Izuku. Izuku, what? Mom, what are you doing? Rumi smiles fiercely. Eri, bring them here. Eri arrives with scissors. Here they are. Izuku, what are the scissors for? Scared. Rumi, to prepare you for the dance for passing to second year. Smiles. Now Ryoko, why don't we take him to a hair salon? Ties Izuku to a chair. Izuku, you too, Aunt Ryu. Ryoko, sorry Izuku. Rumi, now don't move. She approaches him with the scissors. Izuku, wait, Mom. In the previous chapter, Rumi approaching Izuku with the scissors. Izuku, wait, Mom. And we keep moving forward. Izuku, wait, Mom. Rumi, shut up, you're not letting me concentrate. She starts cutting Izuku's hair. Izuku, help. The next day in the UA dorms. Izuku, taking a bath. Much better. He gets dressed and looks in the mirror. Actually, the hairstyle isn't so bad, although I don't want to show it for now. He puts on a cap and leaves his room. Everyone was in the room. Aizawa, very well, as you know, we'll be throwing you a party for moving on to second year. Everyone shouted with joy. Aizawa, silence. He activates his quirk and everyone falls silent. The party will be in the gym at 8 p.m. You can dress however you like. He leaves. Mina, let's see what we should wear, girls. She leaves with all the girls. Kirishima, by the way, Izubro, why the hat? Izuku, well, my mom cut my hair. Siro, and I suppose I leave him in a very bad way. Izuku, no, actually, it's not that bad. Size, please don't tell the girls. Takes off his hat and everyone sees his hairstyle. Kaminari, well, it's not bad, actually. Kirishima, it actually makes him look more grown up. Izuku puts on his cap. You think so? Kirishima, yep, it doesn't look that bad, actually. He gives a thumbs up. That night, all the first year students were celebrating in the gymnasium. All the women in the harem were together. Momo, why is Izuku taking so long? Juro, don't worry, Momo, I'm sure she won't be long. Pony, yes, I'm sure yours is coming, don't worry. Then they hear a lot of excited screams from girls. Abara, what's wrong? Yui looks towards the screaming girls. Looks like someone's arrived. Suyu, I wonder who. Hiro puts a finger to her chin. At that point, all the women who were gathered began to make way for the person who was going directly to the harem girls. Izuku, coming out of the crowd. Hi girls, sorry I'm late. Smiles. Girls. Izuku. They looked at their boyfriend because he looked a little different, and then they saw his hair. Momo, nice hairstyle. Smiles. Juro, it looks great on you. Izuku, looking at Izuku, it makes you look tougher. Pony, you see very well. Izuku. Yui, where did you do it? Izuku, well, my mom did it for me. Scratches the back of his neck. Abara, really, well, it seems she has a talent for hair. Smiles. Suyu, you really do look great. Hiro. Izuku, thank you. Well, would you like to dance? Extends his hand. They all nod and take turns dancing with Izuku. First Suyu, then Pony, Yui, Najire, Juro, and Momo. Momo, you're a very good dancer. Izuku smiles. Izuku, hee thanks. 2 years later, a 19-year-old Izuku is seen packing his things. Izuku, I think that's all. Looks at several boxes. Rumi enters Izuku's room and sees the boxes. So you're really going to move in with your girlfriends. Lowers her ears slightly. Izuku sees his mom. Mom, don't be sad. Hugs her. You know I'm going to visit you. Rumi smiles. Yes, that's true. Looks around the room. Even so, I'm going to miss the things in this room. Looks at Izuku. I suppose you already have the rings, right? Izuku shows a box with several smaller boxes. Yep, and to be honest, I'm nervous. Rumi, you'd better do what you don't want. Don't raise a cowardly child. Izuku, of course I will. Smiles. Well, we have to help Eri. Izuku and Rumi go to Eri's room. Izuku entering Eri's room. Eri, how are you? Eri, 9 years old. I'm done. Izuku, well done, Eri. He pats Eri's head. Eri, he wags her tail. Rumi, are you ready to live with all your moms? Eri, yes, very happy. Izuku, okay, get some rest because tomorrow we're going to our new house. You were? Yes. At night, Izuku was with Eri and the girls from his harem on a hill to watch the New Year's Eve fireworks. Eri, trying to stay awake, in Pony's lap. Pony, you can do it. Eri laughs a little seeing Eri trying to stay awake. Izuku, nervously, okay, here I go girls, can I tell you something? They all nod. Izuku stands up. Girls, now that we're going to live together, I have something to tell you. He takes a box and approaches the girls. Pony Tsunotori, Kyoka Jiro, Momo Yaoyorozu, Yui Kodai, Abara Shiozaki, Tsuyu Asui, and Najire Hado. He kneels down. Girls, will you marry me? He opens the box, revealing several smaller boxes. They all started crying tears of joy. All. Yes. They rushed towards Izuku, knocking him down. We love you. Izuku smiles. And I love you girls. The fireworks began to appear. Izuku takes out the rings and puts them on his fiancées. They all saw the rings. Momo, they're beautiful. Izuku wipes away tears. Pony, they really are beautiful, but didn't they cost you much? She looks at her fiancé, a little worried. Izuku, well, yeah, that's why I sold my figures. I also had some things autographed by heroes, and it seems those things are worth more. Smiles. Yui, but you got those figures through your own effort. She looks at Izuku. Tsuyu, why did you sell your figures? Hiro, Izuku scratches the back of his neck. To be honest, I was going to sell them someday, and I'd do anything for you girls. Even go through hell if I had to. Abara, Izuku, Jiro, come here. Grabs Izuku and kisses him. Hado, me too. Takes Izuku and kisses him. They all kissed Izuku. The next day, Izuku and his harem were at their new house. Izuku unloading the boxes from the truck. Looks like that's all of them. Gets out of the truck. Thank you so much for everything. Pays the truck driver and goes inside. How are you doing, girls? Sees his fiancés putting things away. Yui, honey, help me with the beds. She gestures for him to come over. Izuku, I'm coming. He helps Yui carry the beds up. After a few hours of settling in, Izuku lies down on the sofa. I'm so tired. Pony, there were actually a lot of things. Hee. Yui lies down on top of Izuku. Yes, there were many things. Hugs Izuku. Eri, I'm very tired. Yawns. Hado, looks like someone's sleepy. Hee, but you won't sleep on an empty stomach, will you? Smiles. Momo, I'll prepare dinner. Goes to the kitchen. Tsuyu, I'll help you. Momo goes to Momo. Abara, I'm going to take a bath. Goes to her bathroom. Izuku, I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow I have to go to mom's agency to start work. Stretches. Jiro, you're not going to sleep on an empty stomach. Izuku, Pony, if you eat dinner first and then go to sleep. Izuku, Huro, Jiro, Izuku, Pony, honey, go have dinner. Both of them gave each other threatening looks. Izuku, yes, my loves. Nervous smile. It would have been 3 months since Izuku proposed to his girlfriends. During that time, Izuku and his girlfriends prepared everything for the wedding. They chose their bridesmaids and groomsmen. Now everyone was in a church. Meanwhile, with our protagonist, Izuku, trying to put on his tie. I'm almost 20 years old and I still don't know how to put on a tie. Rumi enters the room where Izuku was and sees him. You look good. Izuku smiles. Let me help you. Adjusts his tie. Izuku, thanks, Mom. He notices she seems a little sad. Is something wrong? You seem a bit depressed. Rumi, it's nothing. Sees him. Just Seeing you about to get married, sheds a few tears without realizing it really makes me happy. Touches her face and feels the tears. I don't even know why I'm crying. I'm just so happy, smiles and sobs. Izuku. Mom, wipes away her tears, thank you. Rumi. Crying, why? She sees him. Izuku. Thank you for being my mom. At that moment, Rumi swore she saw Izuku as a child again, remembering that gift she gave him on Mother's Day years ago. Rumi. Izuku. Hugs him, I know your parents would be very proud of you, just like me. Izuku. Returns the hug, I love you. Rumi. And I love you, son, wipes away tears. Now let's go, we mustn't keep your wives waiting. A few minutes later at the altar. Izuku. Nervously. Bakugo. Next to Izuku, calm down, nerd. Kirishima. Don't worry, Izuku. Izuku. Why yes, takes a deep breath, if you're right I should stay calm. Iida. That's the way, Usajiyama. Smiles. Mina, Uraraka, and Melissa were the bridesmaids. After a few minutes the piano starts to play. Eri. Walks by leaving flowers. As Eri was leaving the flowers, the brides began to arrive with their parents by their side. Everyone started taking photos and videos. Izuku. How beautiful. He was mesmerized by the sight of his wives. Ignore Izuku for now, I couldn't find any of the others. 3. After a few minutes for them to cast their votes. Father. Izuku Usajiyama, do you take these women as your wives, to love and respect them until death do you part? Izuku. I accept, looking at their wives. Father. And you girls, do you take Izuku Usajiyama as your husband, to love and respect him until death do you part? 7 o'clock. We accept. Father. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Smiles, you may kiss the brides. After saying that, the girls rushed towards Izuku and kissed him. Everyone. Long live the newlyweds. Everyone applauded. After a while, everyone heads to the hall to start the party. Izuku was dancing with his now wives. Of course, the girls took turns dancing with their husband. Izuku finishes dancing with the last of his wives. Suyu, you look beautiful. Asui. Asui. You look very handsome too. Kiro smiles. P. Suyu approaches the bride and groom. I think it's our turn to dance with the beautiful brides. Smiles. All the parents approached their daughters to dance. Izuku. Yes, of course. He smiles and feels someone grab his shoulder. He turns around and sees his mother. Rumi. It's my turn to dance with you too. Smiles. Izuku. Of course, smiles and starts dancing with his mother. After a few minutes of dancing, the girls would throw the bouquets. The 7. Ready. Here they go. They throw 5 bouquets. All the women started trying to catch the bouquets. After a while, Mina, Hagakure, Kendo, Mei, and Uraraka come out. 5. Guys come to Kirishima, Ojiro, Todoroki, Iida and Bakugo. The 5. Devils nervous. 2 days later, Izuku was at the airport with his wives, along with Rumi and Eri. Izuku. Bring me good, I kiss you in the face, I love you. Eri. Smiles and I love you too, Dad. Hado. That we will bring many gifts from Hawaii. Eri. See right. Megaphone. Flight 36 to Hawaii departs in 20 minutes. Momo. We have to go, takes her suitcases. Eri. I'm going to miss you guys. Pony. It'll only be a week, Eri. Rumi. Take good care of yourselves and girls, they all look at her, don't break Izuku's hip. Eggs. 7 o'clock. Don't worry, they looked at her husband with lustful expressions. Izuku. Sees his wives' faces, I don't think I'll be able to walk for days, maybe months. Swallows, well, we're leaving now. Grabs his suitcases and leaves with his wives. Eri and Rumi. Goodbye. After a 6-hour flight, they arrive in Hawaii and at the hotel. Izuku. Stretches, finally time to rest. Lies down on the bed. Yui. If I were you, I wouldn't relax too much, darling. Izuku. The girls went into the bathroom and after a few minutes came out wearing very sexy clothes. Izuku. Girls looking at them. Pony. You know you want it, little wolf. They all smile and rush towards Izuku. After a week of fun and pleasure 7U7. Rumi, Ryoko, and Eri were at the airport waiting for Izuku and his wives. Ryoko. Come on, come on. Rumi. Not yet, looking for them. Eri. Searching until she sees her father, there they are. Runs towards Izuku, Dad. Izuku. Picks up Eri, hi Eri, smiles. Rumi. Goes towards them, wow, they look very tanned. Looking at them. Ryoko. We almost didn't recognize them, haha. Izuku. Hee hee, well, let's go home. I want to rest. He walks with some difficulty. Eri. Why are you walking like that, Dad? Izuku. Well, looks at his wives, I twisted my ankle before getting on the plane, hee hee. Rumi and Ryoko. They see the girls and they start whistling, lies. 3 weeks later. Izuku. Looking at his wives vomiting, are you really okay, girls? Worried. Pony. Why yes, don't worry. Gup goes back to the bathroom to vomit. Izuku. I'll be right back. He leaves the room and calls his mother. Answer. Mom. Rumi. Answers, hello Izuku. Izuku. Hi mom, I just wanted to let you know I won't be going to work. He heads towards the room, the girls suddenly started throwing up, so I'm staying here to take care of them. Rumi. Oh, okay, take care of them. Who knows, maybe they're pregnant, ha ha ha. After saying that, they both remain silent. Izuku. Do you think they're pregnant? Rumi. I'm on my way, I'll buy you some pregnancy tests on the way. Izuku. Okay, that's fine. Rumi. See you later, bye, hangs up. Izuku. Pregnant. I'm really nervous if that's it. No, calm down Izuku, you love them and if they're pregnant you'll support them. Takes a deep breath, okay, let's wait. The doorbell rings, that was quick. Izuku. Goes to the door and opens it, that was quick, mom. Looking at her. Rumi. I also brought Ryoko, points to Ryoko who was dizzy. Ryoko. Rumi really does run fast, sits down. Rumi. I'm going to see the girls, you all wait here. She leaves with her daughters-in-law. 30 minutes later, the girls and Rumi went downstairs to the room where Izuku and Ryoko were. Izuku. Looks at his wives and his mother, well. Pony. Well, Asui. We're pregnant. They all showed the pregnancy test that said positive. Izuku. Started to cry. Abara. Izuku. Izuku. Smiles, I'm really, very happy, girls. Crying. Kyoka. Come here, Izuku. Izuku is hugged by everyone and they all start crying with joy. 5 months later, I honestly don't remember at what age you can check the baby's gender, so tell me if I'm wrong. All the girls were at the hospital to find out the baby's genders. Izuku was waiting outside the room with Rumi, Eri, and Ryoko. Doctor. Okay, Mrs. Asui, let's see. She started looking at the babies on the screen. Congratulations, it seems they are twins and both are boys. Asui sad face, Sonrie Kiro. Doctor. Goes with Pony and with you, sees the screen. Congratulations, it's a girl, smiles. Pony. That's great, smiles. Doctoea. Checks Abara and Momo, and yours are, looks at the screens, yours is a boy, Mrs. Abara, and yours, Mrs. Momo, is a girl, smiles. Momo and Abara. That's good, they smile and caress their bellies. Doctor. Checks Kyoka and Hado, yours are twins, Mrs. Kyoka. Looks at Hado's screen and yours is a girl. Congratulations. Checks Yui and yours. Looks at the screen, it seems they are fraternal twins, a boy and a girl. Congratulations, Mrs. Usajiyama. They all caressed their bellies. La Doctora Pidio a Izuku, Rumi, Eri e Ryoko Pasar. Izuku. And what are they? The doctor told her the genders of each of their babies. Ryoko. Wait, she started counting each of their genders, 8, 9, and 10. You're going to have 10 children. She looks at Izuku. Izuku. 1, 10 children, faints. Ryoko. Is it incredible, Rumi? See Rumi, Rumi. 10.10, 10 mini Izukus to cuddle off, faints. Doctor. I think this family is prone to fainting spells. 6 years had already passed since Izuku's wives became pregnant. Now the children were with their older sister Eri watching the video of their father's debut. Eri. Okay, is everyone here? Looks at her siblings. The 10. Yes. Eri. Hehe, okay. Plays the video. Video. A large building was seen on fire. Reporter. The heroes can't get close because of the flames, and from what we've been told, there are still 5 children inside. The camera turned to the building. Reporter. Wait, what's that? Points to a large figure entering the building through a window. After a few minutes the building exploded, but everyone saw the large figure emerge. Carrying the children, cover your ears, children. The children obey. Good. Uses his sonic howl to cushion the fall. You're safe now. Puts the children down. Reporter. Is he the hero? WOLFFIRE has saved the children. The children's parents quickly went to them. Parents. Thank you, Wolf Fire. Wolf Fire. In his werewolf form, you're welcome. Smiles, well, take care, kids. Flies away. Reporter. It was an incredible rescue, he truly is a great hero. The video ends. Miku. WUAAAA Dad is great. Inko. C. Eri. Hehe hears her father arrived well, Dad's here, go ahead, smiles. The 10. Yes, they leave with Izuku. Izuku. Lies down, I'm so tired. Sees his children, hello, kids. The 10 of them. Climb on top of him, haha. Izuku. Be careful, children. Smiles. Miku. Dad, you're very strong. Izuku. Sits down, well, that was because I trained a lot. Smiles. Inko. Will you teach me to fly like you? Smiles. Izuku. Okay, but later. I'm really tired right now. Inko. Okay, say baha to Izuku. Eri. Goes towards the door without Izuku seeing her. Izuku. Where are you going, Eri? Carrying Iruma and Shiro. Eri. Startled, with some friends to do a project. Elizabeth. She lies, she goes with her boyfriend. Eri. Tradora. Izuku. So you're with your boyfriend, huh? Looks at Eri. Eri. Yes, lowers her ears. Pony. Behind Izuku, so what are you waiting for? Go on, go. Smiles and then looks at Izuku, I can go, right, honey. Smiles and gives off an intimidating aura. Izuku. Why, yes, see Eri trembles. Eri. I'll see you later, leaves. Pony. Pulls Izuku by the ear, stop being jealous of Eri's boyfriend. Izuku. Nobody deserves to date my princess. Turns away. Pony. It's Kota we're talking about, he takes very good care of her and you know it. Let's go of Izuku. Izuku. Yes, that's true. Miku. Can I have a boyfriend, Dad? Izuku. No. Elizabeth. And me. Izuku. No. The others. And me. Izuku. No. Pony. You really are very overprotective, Izuku. Laughs. Miku. I want a boyfriend. Girls. Yes. Izuku. Ah. When they turn 15 they can have a boyfriend. Girls. Yes. Yui. Arrives with them, children, go change. We're going to visit your grandmother Rumi. The 10. Yes. They're going to change. Izuku. Watches his children go to their rooms, hehe, they really do grow up fast. Smiles. Yui. It seems like only yesterday when you were still babies, hugs Izuku. Kyoka. Comes downstairs, are the children ready? Izuku. They're changing, stretches, I'll go take a bath. Hado. Arrives with Izuku, then I'll bathe with you. Smiles mischievously. Momo. No, I arrives with them. Asui. I think it's Pony Kiro's turn. Pony. I already took a bath, can one of you go? Looks at them. Abara. I also took a bath, sits down. Asui. Then it's Momo you Hado Kiro, go to the mentioned ones. Hado and Momo. Look at each other and nod, hehe, they take Izuku to the bathroom. Yui. Don't break her hip, girls. Remember we're going to visit Rumi. The 2 of them. Yes. They enter the bathroom with Izuku. 2 hours later at Rumi's house. Rumi. Opens the door, oh, hi guys. Children. Grandma. They hug her. Rumi. They've grown so much. Smiles and looks at Izuku, how have you been? Izuku. Very well, and your mom? Rumi. Well, I'm not complaining. Smiles, oh, right, congratulations on reaching the top 2, Izuku. Who would have thought you'd become the number 2 hero in such a short time? Sits down. Izuku. Well, it wasn't easy getting there. He smiles and sits down with his handcuffs. Inko. Grandma climbs onto Rumi's lap. What was Dad like as a child? Rumi. Sees Izuku. Well, he collected a lot of hero figures, and as a kid, his father was very overprotective of me. Izuku. Of course not. Rumi. Izuku, you threatened the men who looked at me. Izuku. They were perverts and you know it, Mom. He turns away. Rumi. Yeah, right. And when Eri introduced you to her boyfriend, weren't you going to kill him? Looks at Izuku. Izuku. Remained silent. Abara. Luckily, she was able to calm down before she did. Pony. And who would have thought Eri would kiss Kota in front of Izuku? Momo. Izuku almost lost control, looks at her husband. Elizabeth. Bad dad pulls Izuku's cheeks. Bad. Izuku. I'm not a bad person. I just didn't want Eri to go out with just anyone. He cups his cheeks. Hado. If you react like this to Eri's boyfriend, I can't imagine how you'll react when our daughters have boyfriends. Izuku. Don't worry, I have help for that. Looks at his children. Right, guys. Iruma and Shiro. Yes. Satoshi Kuro. Just anyone won't be dating our little sisters. Rumi. They really do look like Izuku. Haha. Asui. But you, Iruma, already have a girlfriend. Iruma. Of course not. Turns away blushing. Pony. Seriously. And what's her name? Asui. She's a Shido and Kirishima's daughter. Puts a finger to her chin. She's a Mary, right? Iruma. Kiro sees his blushing son. Hee. Momo. Well, little Iruma has a girlfriend, huh? Hee. Girls. No one will go out with our little brother. Rumi and the girls. They are actually Izuku's daughters. Iruma. But I'm the oldest. He looks at his sisters. Nino. Just for 5 minutes, sticks out his tongue. Izuku. Okay, that's enough. He pets Iruma. Treat your girlfriend well, Iruma. Haha. Iruma. She's not my girlfriend. Pouts. Shiro. Sings mockingly. Iruma and Ameri love each other. Kuro and Satoshi. They love each other and they both want to kiss. Laugh. Iruma. He lunges at his brothers. Asui. Ya kids carry Iruma. Ya leave Iruma and his girlfriend Gigi. Kiro. Iruma. Mom. Everyone. Haha. Kyoka. Speaking of boyfriends, looks at Nino. Weren't you interested in anyone, Nino? Nino. No, turns away. Kyoka. Come on, tell Mom. Picks up child. Izuku. Yes, tell us, kid. With a vein popping out on his forehead. Nino. Playing with his jacks. He's just a friend. Yui. That's what we said about your father, and look at us now, kid. Hee. Nino. He's not just a good friend. Izuku. Okay, smiles. Rumi. Smiles. I'm really glad they're just like their father. Looks at her grandchildren. They remind me of when he was a child. Hee. Izuku. Hee. Well, after all, you raised me. Rumi. Yes, the mother rabbit. Izuku. And the wolf boy smiles and hugs his mother. All the children were with their mother. Kyoka looking at the photo album. Kyoka. And here's one from when Nino and Inko were born. Points to the photo. Nino. Oh, Dad was crying. Sees the photo. Kyoka. Well, having 10 children and such beautiful little girls made him cry with happiness. Smiles. Inko. Oh, I see. And this Mom. Points to a photo. Kyoka. Oh, that time we were going to a wedding and he was helping me with my hair. Hee. Momo. Entering the house with Izuku. We're here. Come in, Izuku. She takes his hand and pulls him inside. Did you really hurt yourself, idiot? Izuku. Hee. Sorry, honey. Smiles and picks up Momo. But this won't stop me that easily. Momo. Blushing. Baka. Nino. Arrives with them. Dad, you hurt yourself. Sees him. Izuku. Puts Momo down. Hello child. Kneels down. What's wrong? Nino. Stabs Izuku in the leg with her jacks. Izuku. Ouch, why is that? He rubs his leg. Nino. You hurt yourself a lot. Dad waves a finger in a no gesture. You shouldn't hurt yourself. Silly. Puffs out his cheeks. Izuku. Hugs Nino and pets her. Hee. Sorry Nino, it won't happen again. Smiles. Nino. Okay, Dad. He returns the hug and smiles. Izuku. Let's go of Nino, hehe. Well, I need to rest. Goes to his room. Inko. Look, Mom Momo, I'm a dragon. Shoots fire from her mouth. I couldn't find it in HD lol. Momo. Very cute, Inko, but don't do it inside the house, hehe. 2 hours later, Izuku was sleeping next to Suyu. Pony. Comes out of the bathroom covered with a towel and sees them. You were so tired, hehe. Izuku. Opens his eyes slightly and sees Pony taking off her towel. What a lovely sight, hehe. Pony. Gets a little scared. Were you awake? Approaches him. Izuku. I just woke up, smiles and takes Pony's hand. Pony. Oh, I see. Climbs on top of Izuku. Then enjoy the view, darling. Hehe. Uncovers herself, revealing her body to Izuku. Izuku. Very good eyesight, hehe. Looks at Pony. Pony. Approaches his face. So what do you want to do, little wolf? Presses her breasts against Izuku's torso. Izuku. Although I'd like to do things, honey, I don't want to wake Asui up. He sees Asui still sleeping. Pony. Okay, I don't want to wake her up either. Kisses Izuku. Maybe next time. Interrupted by Miku, who entered the room. Miku. With her eyes closed. Mom, I'm hungry. Pony. Quickly covers herself with the towel. Oh yes, I'm coming, honey. You go to the kitchen and wait for me. Miku. Okay, Mom. She goes to the kitchen. Pony. Gets dressed. That was close. Goes to Miku. Asui. Hiro. Stands up. What's wrong? Sees Izuku. Oh my god, what happened to you? Hiro. Izuku. Stands up. That villain was really strong, hehe. Ouch. Stands up a little. Asui. Let me see. Takes some alcohol and bandages. Izuku. Okay. Sits on the bed and takes off his shirt. Asui. Wow, I really hurt you a lot. Hiro. Cleans his wounds. You need to be more careful, Izuku. Izuku. Yeah, I know, hehe. Ah, it really burns. Asui. It won't be long now and, done. Finishes cleaning Izuku's wounds. Izuku. Thanks. Puts on his shirt and listens to Eri. Eri's here and smells another scent. She's accompanied. Eri. I'm here. Yui. Hi Eri. Sees Koda. Hi Koda. Koda. Good afternoon, Bose. Thank you for letting me in. Eri. Is Dad there? Yui. She's in the room. Sees her. Why? Eri. We're going to do a job together, and maybe he'll think we're going to do something else. With a drop of sweat. Yui. Don't worry, we'll control it. Do your job calmly. Smiles. After 30 minutes, Eri and Koda were doing their job. Meanwhile, Izuku was in the room with the girls, preventing him from leaving. Izuku. Can I go out? All. No. Izuku. Lowers his ears. How mean. Crying comically. 1 hour later, Eri. Finishes writing and that's it. Stretches. Koda. Aizawa really gives a lot of homework. Looks at Eri. What do we do now? Inko. Appears from behind the sofa. You can kiss. 3. Lost 2. Nino. We won't tell Dad. Big sister. Smiles. Eri. That's what Elizabeth said, and look how Dad's acting with Koda now. Traitors. Elizabeth. If we don't tell him, he is. Eri. Yes, of course. Looks at them. Now go away, shorties, or else I'll give you a little spray. Takes out a spray bottle and sprays her sisters with water. You earned a little spray. Ashala, go away. The girls left. Koda. Checks the time. I think I should go now. My aunt said she needs help with something. Gets up and takes his things. Eri. Oh, okay. She accompanies him to the exit. See you tomorrow. Koda. Yes, but first. Kisses Eri. Eri. Returns the kiss. Koda. See you later. Separates and leaves. Eri. Goodbye. Closes the door and turns around, seeing her brothers with a camera. Oh no. Iruma. Run. He ran alongside his brothers. Eri. Give me that camera. She chased after her brothers. Izuku. Comes out of the room and sees them. What's going on? Iruma. Look, Dad. Hands the camera to Izuku. Look at the picture, Dad. Izuku. Okay. He takes the photo, but Eri takes it from him. Eri. Eri. You can't see the. Enters her room and locks herself in. Izuku. What happened now? looks at his children. Satoshi. Kota Beso Aeri. Izuku. Is dead. Meeting the number one hero. Rumi, Izuku, and Ryoko were in line to meet All Might and also to have the children show them their quirks. Rumi. There are quite a few people, actually, carrying Izuku who got tired of standing. Ryoko. I suppose that was expected of All Might. Stretches. Izuku. Stretches. I really want to meet All Might. Hugs Rumi. Rumi. Just hang on a little longer, Izuku, we're almost there. After a 40-minute wait, Rumi finally goes past All Might and puts Izuku down. All Might. Hello young man, crouches down to Izuku's level. Izuku. Hello, excited. All Might. Tell me what quirk you have. Izuku. I have a wolf quirk and some fire. All Might. Well, I'm sure you'll be a great young hero. He stands up. Well, show me what you've got. He assumes a defensive stance. Izuku sees his mother. Rumi. Come on Izuku, show All Might what you've got. Izuku. Okay, points his arms at All Might and they burst into flames. Here I go. All Might. Whenever you want. Izuku uses his sonic howl and launches his flames towards All Might. All Might. He can't take it and is thrown against the wall. Everyone was impressed. Rumi. Yes, that's my son. She takes Izuku and lifts him up. Izuku. Ha ha ha. All Might. Goes to Izuku. That was a great attack, young man. Smiles. I'm sure you'll be a great hero. Izuku. Thank you, All Might. Afterwards, the photos were taken and All Might signed a figure for Izuku. Izuku. On Rumi's shoulders while looking at the figure with shining eyes. Rumi. You are strong, Izuku. She takes him in her arms. Who is really strong? Who is really strong? She strokes Izuku's nose with her own. You are. Izuku. Mom, you're tickling me hee. Ryoko. Izuku really did change into Rumi. He sees them and smiles. Sports festival. Rumi is seen running towards Izuku's school. Rumi. Let's go. Running. If I don't get there she'll be mad at me. Let's see. It's this way. Takes a shortcut and keeps running. While Rumi was running, she saw a bank robbery. Rumi. Damn, looks at her watch. I still have 30 minutes left. Goes towards the bank. Villain. Don't move or we'll kill you, pointing at a hostage. Villain 2. Bring a car or they will suffer. He is silenced by a kick from Maruko. Villain. What? He is kicked into a wall. Maruko. You idiots are going to make me late. With a murderous aura, now pay up. Cracks her knuckles. After a massacre by Maruko against the villains. Maruko. Looks at the clock. Damn it, sees the police. You guys take care of it, I have to go. Police. Yes Miss Maruko. After a long walk, Rumi arrives at Izuku's school. Ryoko. Rumi. Levanta su mano. Rumi. Sees her and goes to her. Did I arrive on time? Sits down. Ryoko. The children are already leaving. Looks towards the students. Look, there's Izuku. Rumi's sad face looks at Izuku. Izuku. Gets up. Izuku. Sees her. Waves. After several events such as a three-legged race, a relay race, and a treasure hunt, they reach the final event. Teacher. Okay, let's see which team jumps rope the most. Looks at the teams. Ready. Kids. Yes. After a few minutes the children started jumping rope and one team lost after reaching 17 jumps. Teacher. There are only 2 teams left. Team 1 and 2. Jumping 20, 21, 22, 23. Rumi. Seeing Izuku jump. Let's go Izuku. Team 2. They reach jump 25 and trip. Teacher. There's one team left. How many will they reach? Team 1 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. They stop jumping. Teacher. Class A wins the festival. Izuku and his classmates. Yes. After they received their prize and changed, each one went to their family. Izuku. Mom. He jumps towards Rumi and she catches him. You came. Rumi. Picks him up. Of course I came. I wouldn't miss this for anything. Kisses his cheek. Izuku. He hugs her. Ryoko. So you forgive her for not going to your play? Looks at Izuku. Izuku. Looks at Ryoko and then at Rumi. Okay, I forgive you. Smiles. Rumi. Thanks, smiles. Girls' night out. Rumi, Ryoko, Nimari and the Pussycats are seen in Rumi's living room watching movies. Pixie. How romantic, watching the movie that just ended. Ryoko. Izuku is asleep, right? Looks at Rumi. Rumi. Why? Nimari. Then let's watch something steamy, pulls out an 18+ movie, hehe. Rumi. Ah, okay, but turn the volume down. Everyone. Yes. After a few minutes, a sex scene appears in the movie. Nimari. How sexy, looking at the man in the movie. Pixie. Daddy, watching the movie. Izuku. Comes out from behind the sofa, what are those people doing? All of them. Ah. Rumi. Zuku este. Ryoko. Weren't you asleep? Blushing. Izuku. I wanted some water. He climbs onto the sofa and sits between Rumi and Mandalay. And what are those people doing? He points to the screen. They all looked at each other, trying to come up with an excuse. Tomoko. Well, Nimari. They're dancing. Izuku. Oh, and can you teach me that dance? Asking innocently. All of them. No. Shino. I mean, Ryoko. That dance is only learned when you're an adult. Yeah, that's it, hehe. Izuku. Oh, okay, yawns, Rumi. Come on, let's get your glass of water and go to bed. She picks up Izuku. And turn off that movie. She whispers to the others. Nimari. Yes, removes the movie. After giving Izuku water and taking him to bed. Rumi. Good night. Izuku kisses his forehead. Izuku. Good night, Mom, falls asleep. Rumi. He goes with the others, ready. Ryoko. I hope she doesn't remember this when she grows up, blushing. Rumi. I hope so. Izuku. Why Najire too? Izuku is seen playing with Najire at Ryuko's house since Rumi had to go on patrol. Najire. Doing Izuku's hair, okay. She gives Izuku a mirror. Izuki. Looks, take off my hair ribbons, pouts. Najire. Ah, okay, removes the ribbons. Izuku. Stretches, I'm hungry. Ryoko. Izuku, Najire a comber. Both. Yes. They go with her and sit at the table. Ryoko. Here you go, hands them the plates of food, enjoy. Both. Thank you for the food, they eat. At night, Najire and Izuku were inside a fort made of pillows and sheets. Ryoko. Sees them, well children, it's time for bed. Izuku. Can we sleep in the fort? He smiles and looks at Ryoko. Najire. Please, smiles. Ryoko. Okay, but don't sleep in. Goes to the light switch, should I turn off the light? Izuku. Wait, enters the fort just like Najire. Both. Ready. Ryoko. Hehe, okay. Turns off the light, good night. Goes to her room. Later tonight. Izuku. Stands up a little and sees Najire trembling. Hado, are you okay? Najire. I forgot my plushie at home and I can't sleep without it trembling, I'm scared, sobs. Izuku. My mom says there's nothing to fear, hugs her, she says mothers will always take care of us no matter what. Najire. Calms down a little, oh okay, hugs Izuku and starts to sleep, In the morning, Rumi arrived in the early hours and was sleeping on the sofa. Rumi. Stands up, darn, who took all the pillows? Sees Izuku in Najire's fort, oh, I see. Enters the fort a little, awe. Najire was hugging Izuku like he was a stuffed animal. Both. Rumi. How cute. Takes a picture of them. Ryoko. Goes downstairs and sees Rumi, oh, you're here already, stretches. Rumo. Yes, and you have to see this, points to the fort. Ryoko. Okay, say acerca y vea Izuku y Najire, ah. Rumi. We'd better make them breakfast. She gets up. Ryoko. Smiles, okay, gets up. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and now we will see you in the next video.